he never had the makings of a varsity athlete.
What is it with you and this obsession with this varsity crap?
People come to us because we don't sell them on anything.
They can't refuse because of the implication.
You wonder ever you're a bad man?
World needs bad men. We keep the other bad men from the door. Some things are a matter of doing.
The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
That doesn't sound right, but I don't know enough to dispute.
And I was about to take advice from a clown who dives headfirst into the shallow end of the pool.
It's Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure.
If it is to be said, so it be. So it is. So it is. So it is. So it is.
It's a Tennessee thing.
Well, I'm holding on.
Back in the booth, back on the airwaves, coming at you live from the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. John Reed, Cody McClure, Sam Beard, Bad News Bubba. Happy Wednesday morning to you. A little hump day action here on Tax Day, April 15th. Make sure you do your taxes. The procrastinators from school are probably still procrastinators, still waiting till the last minute. What's up, Cody Mack?
Yo, yo, yo. Good morning. It's good to be here. And anywhere. How's the world treating you?
This morning, eyes are a little itchy. If you just quit touching it,
it's not me.
Both of you just have to quit touching it.
It's every mother.
Me and Bob Baskerville, we don't touch it. We're good. We just sit here.
It's every day.
Nothing's going on here.
Well,
mine doesn't move.
Obviously, me and Russell have different preferences, and it drives me nuts. And maybe he feels the same way, but...
Right, but if you guys just came to a compromise...
I can't reach it. I'm not tall enough.
Can you not raise your
He
chair?
has it standing like this because he's 6'8".
Can you raise your chair?
I don't want to raise my chair. I like where my chair's at. I need my microphone to be at a different angle. No, I don't. It scares me.
Should we get you another microphone?
No. It's just...
Yeah. You want to get you like a book bag or something to put it on?
Mm-mm.
Or no, it's too tall already. You want it lower.
It's too tall.
You want a booster seat?
No, I don't. That wasn't really that funny. I don't know why you laughed.
Well, I'm sorry your day's off to a bad start. Is it better than yesterday at least?
My day's not off to a bad start. I'm doing fine.
You're cussing us.
I'm not cussing you. I'm cussing that Russell Smith.
Yeah.
It's every day with this microphone. I have it just the way I want it, and then it's completely different. It's annoying.
Do you think your way should take precedence over everybody else's?
No. I just wish it wasn't happening.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I understand. Sometimes you just get frustrated. You're like, you're not like rationally mad, but you're still mad.
Right.
And there's nothing you could do about it. You know that you maybe aren't even right, but you still have to be mad. I get it. I understand.
Well, I may not be right, but I'm not wrong.
Okay.
Sometimes you gotta hit the sweet spot,
Sure.
You just sober enough to know what you're doing, but just drunk enough to really enjoy doing it.
Sam, top of the morning to you. How are you?
Top of the morning. I'm honestly exhausted. The problems with housing wherever I'm going are just following me.
What's happened now?
Last night at like 10:30, I was about to go to bed, and then her toilet just starts like bubbling basically.
Okay.
And it didn't like flush. Like it was the slowest flush of all time. And when she moved into this place, the toilet had been messed up. She's had work on it already.
Oh, so this is your old lady's house.
Yeah.
So
The AC's out at my place, and then I was over at hers because the AC is out, and then this toilet starts going wrong. And I'm like, oh, God, we got to have an operating toilet.
And she's like, she's probably freaking out too because in
Yeah.
case she has to go to the bathroom, she needs to be able to hide it from you. But then she's looking at you as if you're the man of the house. You need to be able to fix this. And you're like, baby, I don't know. I'm not a plumber. I don't know anything about this.
And so it was like 11 o'clock, and then the toilet like starts bubbling. So we went to we got to Walmart like 15 minutes before it closed, and we were going to get like a drain snake basically to try and fix this thing ourselves. And then we get back, and her like bathtub has like filled up with water in the process. And so we were like, all right.
Clean water or dirty water?
Not really.
Okay.
And we were like, this is a process that we can't fix ourselves. So she had to call like the emergency maintenance line at her apartment.
Okay, I was going to ask if she was a homeowner. I know she just moved here, so
Yeah.
I assumed not. Well, that's good at least. At least she doesn't have to.
So this guy gets here at like, midnight or whatever, and it sounds like a disaster in there. He's got a shop vac going at 1 a.m. He's sucking all this stuff out, whatever it was. Moral of the story, the guy didn't get done till like 2:15 or something like that. And he was in like a tough space in the bathroom, so he was just like yelling from me sitting in the living room on the couch. He's like, hey, brother, you mind if you can turn some water on real quick and have me test it out? And I had to do that like 7 times for him. I felt bad for the guy. He was a very nice guy. Came out at, the worst time of the day.
I was going to say, you had a bad day.
That guy had a way worse.
Yeah, I was going to say, I imagine he had a way worse time getting called at midnight to come fix this. Was it like actively filling up?
It wasn't continuing to fill, but it would like, I don't know. Something like spilled over through or something like that.
I think I would have waited till the morning to call. So
yeah,
let it sit.
I think I would have waited, not woken that guy up. So credit to you guys for
What if you had to poop?
I just would have had to
urgently.
I just would have had to hold it.
No, you can't.
I think if just the toilet was broken, it would have been like, all right, this could happen tomorrow. But then once the shower kind of got messed up, it was just like, all right, this bathroom needs work.
If it was taking on water actively, I definitely would have called. But if it was just a little water sitting there, I probably just would have like, I'll just deal with it in the morning.
It was probably 80% full, 70%
okay,
full.
well, never mind. I was picturing like 20% full, so never mind. Maybe I would have called. Did you get it fixed?
Yeah, it's fixed.
Did he say what was wrong with it?
Honestly, those guys
remember.
just start saying terms that you don't know, and you're like, I'm not a plumber, brother. Like,
you're like,
it's
yeah, I
2
got
a.m.,
it.
have a good night.
Pipes.
Yeah.
Pipes blocked up. Got it. Understood.
He's like, keep some of that hot water running. I'm like, gotcha.
Did he show you his ass crack?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's how you know he's good.
Yep.
Did he come over in jeans?
Yeah, I mean, he came over as if it was 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah, but it was midnight. Like, I think if you call me at midnight, I assume he probably lives there at the place. Like
a plumber.
It took him a while to get there.
Oh,
I don't
really?
think he was local. So
I feel like
shout
some
out
of
to
the
him.
maintenance people maybe like live like on the premises, but
I would have thought that too.
Maybe he's like an emergency guy.
A plumber always wears jeans.
Did he act as if he had just gotten out of bed, or that he like works the midnight shift for like emergency calls for a company? That's interesting to me too. Like,
I do think that was, that's kind of his shift. But
okay, then maybe it wasn't as weird for him.
I would imagine it's probably like, yeah, I'll sign up for this, and 80% of the time nothing's ever going to happen.
Yeah, but if he's working that shift, I imagine pretty much every call is a nuisance. Every call is like an emergency.
Yeah,
but it sounds like he's pretty good. So maybe he's got an area of special,
Yeah, somebody got to do it.
Yeah. Maybe he's got a level of expertise that other people don't have.
We felt terrible at like 2 a.m. We were just like, oh, God. And then he's like, can you just leave me a Google review? And we're like, yeah, dude, we can leave you a Google review.
If you'll get out of my house. Let me go to bed.
Felt bad not having like cash or anything on me for a tip.
Yeah, sometimes I feel that way too. But at the same time, like, I can't be tipping everybody. I'm not a wealthy man. You can't tip every single person that's doing their job. Like I assume he makes a pretty good living. Like
most plumbers do.
Yeah, being a good plumber.
Do you
like
tip a plumber?
No, but
I don't know. I mean, I just felt bad the guy coming out at midnight and leaving at 2 a.m.,
Yeah. And I guess you can tip anybody you want to tip.
Yeah. And
I'll tell you who you don't tip is Dunkin' Donuts workers. That drives me about as insane as Russell moving this mic every day. You don't go to Dunkin' Donuts. Have you been to Dunkin' Donuts?
Yeah.
They stick this thing out the window and give you the old "It's going to ask you a question" prompt. I'm like, brother, this is Dunkin' Donuts.
Does Starbucks do the same thing?
No.
Starbucks doesn't take tips?
Well, they do. They do take tips, but they don't stick a thing in your face.
Well, when you go through the drive-thru, how do you tip Starbucks?
You typically don't.
You don't?
And
you
if
only tip inside?
Yeah. And they will prompt you inside, but
I imagine the Dunkin' people are like, hey, I'm going to go work at Starbucks unless we start giving tips over here. It is annoying at food places when they ask for tips.
Well, in a drive-through is my point. Like,
yeah.
I mean, come on.
Yeah. Do you leave a tip?
No.
I do tip.
I have no shame anyway. No tip.
I do tip. I go pick up some hibachi at a place here in Farragut. And it's like a restaurant, but they also have a drive-through, and they ask for a tip, and I do always leave them a tip. But I just got into a habit of it because I was doing it. I started it like it wasn't even during COVID. Maybe it was post-COVID, but I guess their inside was like messed up for a long time. So like you could only go through the drive-through. So then I started feeling bad because like these people aren't, maybe these are waiters or waitresses that don't get people coming inside. I'll throw them a couple bucks, and I've just kind of kept doing it. Nothing major, like $2 or $3, but still I do give it to them. And they hand me when I sign for my car, they hand me a thing that has a tip thing, and I just feel awkward if I don't do it. So I do it.
I think that's just big tipper. Trying to see, because it's like, okay. This guy, he paid $8 for his sandwich, but he tipped $2 more. We're going to raise the price of the sandwich up to $10 now.
Maybe it's a way to keep from having to raise the prices up, is making people just give a tip instead. I don't know. Like I said, I just got into a habit at this place since they had their insides closed for so long. I was trying to make sure people at least made a little money. I do like the food, and I do feel like it's fairly priced food, but nothing makes me more angry. Few things in life than when I do tip them and I get home and I realize they've messed up my order, because they've messed my order up a couple times. Mm-hmm. One time they didn't put my sauce lid on good enough, so it spilled all over the damn bag. I was mad about that. When I get my hibachi, maybe not surprising to anybody, I say carrots only. I like rice and carrots in the meat. That's all. No
damn zucchini.
The zucchini's fine. But I don't want the onions. I don't want the other stuff. Like I don't want the broccoli. I'm good. The onions, the zucchini, I could probably live with. But I just say carrots only for simplicity. A couple of times I've gotten home, it's been no carrots, everything else. And that makes me mad when I do tip for that. And it makes me not want to tip anymore. But then when I'm there every time, I just say, yeah, here's $3.
Well, we gotta get back to tipping on service and not percentage.
Well,
like to me, percentage is.
I've been saying that for years.
Because I'm the type of guy who can, I spend $25 pretty easy at a restaurant. And then you bring me a Coke one time. You want me to leave you $5 for that? $5? Come on, hon. I'll leave you $2, $3, $5. You brought me one Coke.
I've long said that in most situations, I think the tip should be based on a head count, but
yeah,
society doesn't agree.
I just think it should be an individual circumstance every time, a one-on-one interaction. You do me right, I do you right.
But I do agree
with subpar, your tip subpar.
But I do agree with Sam. Whenever somebody comes like work on your house or like fix something, and you spend like an hour with them, you do kind of grow a bond, especially but then if he's asking you to do work, be like, hey, brother, we tag team this. This is a good job.
I turned that faucet on.
Yeah, we both did this. Like one time I had a guy try to come fix my washer, and he was there for like an hour, and like he didn't fix the washer. And he was wanting a tip, and like it was awkward. And then he left, and I fixed it. Like I was like, okay, something's got to be wrong here. So I like popped something up, and I actually fixed it. I got into the tube, and I had a sock that got sucked into the draining tube, or it was blocking it up, or it wouldn't drain. And I got in there and dug it out. Nobody gave me a damn tip. And I was like, I just paid this guy to come do it. And he didn't do nothing. Yeah, he still wanted a damn tip.
That ran across my mind at about 1:30. I was like, what if this guy just gets an hour into this in the middle of the night and he can't fix it? And he's just, like, he had the toilet taken off the whole thing, and like it was brutal.
Bubba, you good over there this morning?
Yeah, I'm holding up.
Top of the morning to you.
Top of the morning, indeed.
What's the latest?
Toby Keith should have been a Cowboy, one of the greatest songs of all time.
Well, yeah. Did you not hear my 90s country power rankings?
I've ignored it since then.
Go West, young man.
I had it on my
Horace
list.
Greenlee.
Haven't you been told? I like that song a lot.
Yeah.
It was also in my top 5.
Makes me appreciate Westerns a little bit more.
Okay.
Old
yeah,
Marshall Dillon.
You're not coming here with a damn hot take. Everyone agrees.
No, it's not supposed to be a hot take.
Should have been a Cowboy. What's understood don't need to be said, brother. It's like putting the 1 in front of an X when you're trying to solve an equation.
Just
we get
listen
it.
to that in Harry Styles, man.
The new album?
Yeah. American Girls.
People say it sucks.
I like American Girls. I don't like the first hit that they tried to push, the Aperture or whatever. Like they're playing that all over pop radio. It didn't move me at all. But I like the American Girls song. It's not like Tom Petty's American Girl.
Yeah, I've heard it.
It's still okay.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Sam sent us a break. We'll come back. We'll talk some sports. Stick with us.
Check out exclusive fan run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work hard, play hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
Good morning, Knoxville. I'm Aiden Sidoti, and this is your TalkSports update for Wednesday, April 15th. Tennessee baseball ruled UNC Asheville 11-1 Tuesday night at Lindsey Nelson Stadium behind Manny Marin's first career grand slam in the 7th inning. NFL reporter Diana Russini has resigned from The Athletic less than a week after photos of her and Patriots head coach Mike Vrabel sparked an internal investigation at the New York Times-owned outlet. In the NBA, LaMelo Ball hit a layup with 4.7 seconds left in overtime, and Miles Bridges blocked Davion Mitchell's game winner as Charlotte defeated Miami 127-126 in the NBA play-in. And now back to John, Cody, and the P team in the studio.
Any basketball last night?
No. I didn't, and I heard that I missed out.
You missed a classic game. Well, really, you missed two really good games.
Well, I couldn't find it. It's not that I couldn't find it, but I didn't look for it because somebody told me it wasn't on YouTube TV.
No, that's what I was going to ask. To me, that's one of the bigger storylines from it is that the NBA has put all these games on like 10 different things, and last night Amazon was the host of the basketball. Sam, did you watch any of it?
I turned it on, and then it said technical difficulties, and I turned it off.
Oh, so you put it on basically with like a minute left?
Yeah. I forgot that it was honestly even going, and then I saw like a couple tweets about it, and I turned it on real quick, and I saw literally one play happen, and then it went technical difficulties, and I was like, all right, sick.
You still saw some crazy stuff after the technical difficulties popped up and then, went away. You saw, basically the Hornets blow a 5-point lead with like 30 seconds left. You had Tyler Hero hit a three. You had LaMelo Ball have a turnover. You had LaMelo Ball foul Tyler Hero in a three-pointer, give up 3 free throws. You saw a crazy game-tying shot, and then you saw overtime. So, there's still a lot after the technical difficulties, but that was a big part. It kind of sucks that we have to watch quote-unquote playoff games on Amazon Prime. B, really brutal that Amazon Prime had technical difficulties and you missed a key play with like a minute left in the game.
Yeah, as a very casual observer, I'm not getting Amazon Prime for the NBA. I barely want to do it for the NFL.
Do you do it for the NFL?
Guy. Yeah, I typically do.
But then you delete it afterwards?
Yeah. Or well, what I do is I just get a new debit card. Like I subscribe to all these services, and then I find myself like I end up in a spot where I got HBO, I got Prime, I got Netflix, I got all these things, and I forget what's charging me. And instead of going in and like doing them all individually and canceling my subscriptions, I just get a new card.
Start from scratch?
Yeah. I just go to my bank and I'm like, I just want a new debit card because it's really easy. They just print you a new one. Like
and then
on the spot.
You have to go back in everywhere though and put your card in again?
If I want something again.
Yeah.
But I find that that's the easiest way to keep from getting charged unexpectedly.
Fair enough.
So unless I keep track of what I've got.
Yeah, it's an interesting method, but I just hate having to re-enter my debit card and go find my wallets or put it on there and save it somewhere.
The reason I do that is because at one time I had Prime, and then through Prime you can do all these other subscriptions.
Mm-hmm.
So I had added like the AMC bundle because I was watching Mad Men.
Yeah.
And then I had added like the Paramount thing because I was watching the Landman and the Taylor Sheridan stuff. So then I got too deep. I was like, I don't know how to cancel all this stuff. So give me a new card.
It is easier to do it that way.
Yeah. So
you didn't watch it.
No.
Sam didn't watch it. Bub, I'm imagining you wouldn't. You didn't watch it either. Would you have watched it if it was on regular TV?
No, brother.
You wouldn't have put it on at all.
I would have.
You would have. Sam, would you have?
Yeah, if I knew that was on ESPN, I probably would have.
Yeah, that last night was one of the first times that I feel like the streaming side of things was an actual barrier. Because like with the NFL, like everyone loves the NFL, and you show up to watch it. Like if they put a playoff game on Amazon, people would be there. I know the NBA has put regular season games on Amazon and Peacock and all that, but like for the most part, you guys wouldn't have turned on a regular season game. But like this one had some stakes. It was a tournament feel, one and done. And instead of trying to captivate an audience, it was inaccessible.
Well, maybe I don't watch NBA enough, but like were they advertising kind of like leading up to it, like, hey, playing games on Prime Video?
I don't know if they were advertising it on TV or not. I watched my Fire Stick from Amazon, so every time I hit the home button, it was popping up like, hey, the play-in tournament on Amazon. So I was seeing it a lot. I knew. Plus my Yahoo app, when I go to check a score or like I'm looking at stuff, it says, what channel each game's on. So I knew it was on Amazon, but I cared and I wanted to watch. So like, but I'm a top 10, top 15% NBA fan. Like I'm plugged in. I'm aware.
Like if that game was on ESPN, I feel like at least at like the start of the fourth quarter, I would have gotten that notification
Right.
of like crazy game going on, blah, 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 you know,
and
Hornets Heat, turn it on ESPN, and then I probably would have done that.
And I get the appeal. I do get the appeal of wanting to make as much money as possible, have Amazon pay for exclusive rights and all that. I get it. But man, like it does feel like the NBA is missing the mark on a couple things. I'm actually even sad that like the round one games, like for really as long as I can remember, when it came time for the playoffs, you still got to watch the local teams' feeds locally. And they're getting rid of that this year. Like every game is strictly only going to be whatever national broadcast / app they're giving you. You don't get your local announcers. And I think that sucks too. But they're trying to force the people, like if you're a Hawks fan and you used to just watch on like FanDuel Sports Network or whatever. Nope, not this year, brother. Better get Amazon. And I think that kind of sucks.
Yeah, to Sam's point, I didn't know it was going to be on something different. So like I looked for it briefly on the TV, and then I saw in my group text they said it wasn't on TV. I was like, well, it's too late now. Like by the time the game was going on, I'm like, I'm not going to get Prime now.
I guess it would make sense for ESPN to not just be like, hey, go over to Amazon Prime Video. Like they're not going to advertise that on their networks. But I don't know. I just feel like if you're not plugged into ESP or the NBA on Amazon, you kind of maybe forgot about that one as a casual a little bit.
Well, that was one of the best 5 games of the year, and I do wonder how many people watched it.
Yeah, that's what everybody said. They called it the greatest NBA game ever.
Okay, well, I'm not going to go
that chat.
I'm not going to go that far.
Well, they're pretty hyperbolic.
Sure, but like, if you want to tell me that was one of the 5 best games so far of the year, I would agree with that. Like, it had a lot of drama at the end, a lot of clutch shot making and clutch shot missing. It was kind of wild watching LaMelo Ball. I need somebody to get a camera and get a microphone in front of Big LeVar. I didn't spend years having to listen to LeVar Ball to not now get to hear him talk about his son's, I was going to say his son's biggest failure, but it ends up being one of his biggest accomplishments because he hit a game-winning layup with like 4 seconds left. But he was 2 for 16 from 3 last night. He just kept pulling it, and he was missing, and then he had the one really, really bad turnover. And I was like, man, this is going to be tough because most of the league, most of the audience hasn't watched much LaMelo Ball this year. So they're all kind of watching this one game and seeing him just kind of brick shot after shot after shot. He was still controlling the game pretty well, and he still ended up with 30 points, and he still had a plus-minus of 15. So like they were still better when he was on the court. But, man, he could not make a shot.
Seemed like Knipple had a tough night too as a rookie playing and getting that first playoff taste.
Well, there's also an extra layer of that, Sam, is that typically in the NBA in years prior, you've had to have your ballots in by like yesterday or by Sunday night, so 2 days ago. But because they're like kind of waiting on this Luka, like Luka's trying to appeal the 65-game rule so that he can be eligible for first-team All-NBA because he says, hey, 2 of the games I missed was because I was in Slovenia for the birth of my son or daughter. I don't. And like he's like, it's a hardship waiver. So like they're trying to appeal.
He doesn't know which one.
I know. I don't know which one.
Oh,
I don't know which one, if it's a son or a daughter. The birth of his kid. Like he went to Slovenia for like a week and missed 2 games. So like his agent's trying to appeal because he wants to be a first team All NBA because that matters legacy wise. So like they're having to wait and hear from an arbiter. So they told the ballot people, hey, you don't have to vote until Friday, which means that like all these voters watched Con Knipple get benched, go 2 for 12, 0 for 6 from 3, get benched, and quite frankly, it probably should cost him Rookie of the Year, even though it's not supposed to count into the games played. Everyone watched it. Everyone saw it happen. We all saw Con Knipple look scared.
I've got Knipples, John. Can you milk me?
Take your shirt off. Let's find out. Get it out, big boy. Let me get to tugging. I had flashbacks of having money on Duke last year against Houston, and just watching watching Duke melt down. Knipple, I was like, man, this guy, maybe he just isn't a clutch performer. I don't know, but that might cost him, Rookie of the Year. And in the night game, on the flip side, it might get Danny Advia, a third-team All-NBA because he was awesome in that night game. But yeah, it was the first time I felt like the Amazon barrier of entry was a real detriment to growing the game, because that's a game that you would have maybe came out of it thinking, you know what, this Hornets team's fun. These guys play fast. I want to watch them now in the next round.
So the game was between the Hornets and the Heat?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll get that established. I'm told Kobe White turned into Kobe Bryant last night.
He hit a very clutch three-pointer.
Again, a little hyperbolic.
Yeah, I mean, I get that's just a play on names or whatever, but he did hit. He bailed them out because they were lifeless. It was kind of crazy they came back. They were down 6 with a minute left and then hit a 3, got a stop. They ended up basically needing a 3 with 10 seconds left on an out-of-bounds play, and he caught it coming around the screen and just fired it up and drained it. It was a good moment for him.
I wonder if Jordan would have this same energy if it wasn't a Charlotte team playing. He's all about the Carolina teams.
Sure.
Because he's from there.
It's a good win for him.
Raleigh,
and that was another thing is like, man, the Charlotte fan base, the Hornets, they ain't really had much to celebrate since I've been alive. Like, I mean, really, like, or at least since like 2000. Their playoff moments, their runs through the playoffs, very, very, very limited. They've been pretty bad. So, like, they were treating it like it was Game 7. The fans were going crazy in there. And there was a part of me, it's like, you know what? Good for them. That's been a tortured fan base. It's kind of sad that they're going this crazy for a 9-seed game. It's not even like a 4 playoff spot. But you know what? At the same time, celebrate, because that's what sports are all about. This team has some hope and has some promise. I'm happy for Jordan and the Charlotte fans.
Jordan's still the owner?
No. When I say Jordan, I meant your friend Jordan DeJani.
Oh.
No, Michael Jordan sold the team.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He just does NASCAR now.
Yeah.
Which is probably why they're good now, because he's not there to ruin them anymore.
Well, his NASCAR driver's pretty good.
I was going to say that's a win-win for the Charlotte people.
Correct me if I'm wrong, Bubba, but it took a while for the NASCAR team to get good too, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like he's been at that for over a decade, right?
No.
No?
No, it's only been like 4 years at most.
Really?
Yeah.
Since Michael Jordan's owned a team?
Yeah.
I would say it's been longer than 4 years, but less than a decade. Somewhere in the middle of you two.
Okay.
Like, he's had guys win, but then now it's like both cars are starting to compete. I think this year in particular, it's just because he's got a chip on the shoulder where he wants to embarrass.
Whose engines are they running?
He bought
they
it.
Run their own engines?
He bought it during COVID, so 2020.
I think
which makes sense because I don't know any frame of reference from
the
that
joy
time.
of like engine suppliers is just different nowadays. Like people used to talk about Roush Yates engines.
Mm-hmm.
Those days are gone.
What do you mean? Are the engines more?
I mean, it's just like
all the same.
Gibbs, like Toyota running some, Ford's running whatever Penske has up their sleeve, and then that's pretty much it.
Maybe it wasn't a NASCAR team, but he had a racing team, right? This racing team's been around forever, no?
He had some. Didn't he have some relationship with Denny Hamlin? Didn't they have something?
Well, yeah, I mean they golf and stuff, but then it's like they jokingly texted each other about forming a race team, and then he said, "All right, let's do it."
He used to wear like big custom racing stuff. Like, I
mean, he's always been a racing fan.
Do you own like a motorcycle team? He owns some type of racing team. Maybe not like an actual NASCAR. Like, I just thought he was in racing for a long time. I feel like he's done that since he retired from the Wizards. Is how my memory works. But either way. From 2003 to 2013, Jordan returned to Daytona often as owner of Michael Jordan Motorsports, an AMA superbike team. Okay, there we go. So he wasn't racing.
So he was racing bikes.
I don't think he was on them, but yeah, his team.
Yeah.
Okay, so he had been in the racing game. I just thought there's been like 20 years to him becoming a good NASCAR owner, but that makes sense. He didn't get a NASCAR team until 2020, but he had been trying to and been racing for a long time. But either way, he's not with the Hornets anymore, which is maybe why they're good.
Well,
second game was good too, but not any of the same type of drama. And I got to be honest, most people probably didn't make it to the end of that one. I turned it off. I waited a long time. I made it to like the 3.5, 4 minute mark, and the Suns went up 7 or 8, and I said, okay, time to go to bed. And then I woke up and the Blazers had come back and won. So the Blazers.
I did hear there was like a 17-5 run at the end of the game.
Yeah. I mean, the Suns were up, like I said, 8 whenever I turned it off. They went to a TV timeout, and I said, that's enough of that. Time to go to bed because it was already like midnight 30. And then I woke up, and the Blazers had stolen it from them. So it sounds like it was a good ending, but old man John Reed was not up to see it. I went to bed.
Well, that's pretty late.
It is late.
12:30 is pretty late.
The Suns went on a huge run to get a lead, and I thought they had control. They're up 105-97 with 3:30 left, and I turned the TV off, and then they lost 114-110. So yeah, that'd be a 17-5 run.
Sounds like the guy I heard say that on the radio was accurate.
He was accurate. So the Blazers, that was the 7-8 matchup. Now they're the 7 seed, so they will be playing the San Antonio Spurs.
Sometimes I listen to the sports updates driving into the show.
Uh-huh.
If Mark and Kim are not talking,
sure.
If they're playing music,
the ones we play.
Well, no, because ours aren't running yet. So
we play the one right at the top of the 8 o'clock hour. That's the new. To me, that's the new. Well, you're driving in at that time, so I don't know if you heard that one. To me, that's the new system I have to start the show because I do like hearing the Fox National update. It comes on at 8 o'clock,
like right at 8.
Like 8.
See, normally I'm listening to Mark and Kim right at 8.
I would say it's like 8 and like maybe 8:30, like 8 minutes, 8 o'clock, 30 seconds.
Yeah.
So if it plays that, then we fire off the intro, then we roll. That's kind of the new system I have versus we used to just fire off at 8, but I was like, I kind of like the sports update. I kind of like hearing that to start the show.
Well, sometimes in the 7 o'clock hour, I'll turn over to the animal for that reason.
Oh,
to hear their sports update.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, but the problem is the guy who does their sports updates in the morning can't pronounce his N's or his T's. He can't it's really weird that they let him do the sports updates. And I don't know the guy, but it does drive me crazy sometimes. He doesn't emphasize his N's. So like if he's trying to say Tennessee, he'll say Tennessee. You know, and maybe he's got some kind of speech thing.
Yeah.
I'm not making fun of him.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like, if
you just can't deal with it.
If you're going to be the guy doing the sports update, it's kind of, but anyway.
Yeah, it sounds kind of hateful coming from you, but
yeah, well, I don't mean to be hateful. Like I said, normally I'm listening to Mark and Kim, and by the way, they're aware that we're fans. Or well, you're not a fan, but that
I like Mark. I mean, I don't have to. Don't say I'm not a fan. That means that I don't. It sounds like I don't like them. But this does go back to an old argument we used to have. You can not like somebody, but also not dislike them. I'm kind of neutral on them. I don't dislike them at all, but I wouldn't say that.
Well, you did beat them that one year for top
2
rating.
years. 2 years.
Well, I didn't know if they were in the running the other year.
Yeah, everyone was. But then this Brian Rice. I mean, he's got the Lady Vol backing behind him. It's really tough to take down the Lady Vols. I have learned
Unless
that
you're Kim Caldwell.
I have learned that this year. Maybe the last 18 months, 16 months, but there is a huge group of Lady Vol supporters, and they are very eager to support anybody that supports the brand. Like when we do Lady Vol posts on YouTube or Twitter or Facebook, they blow up.
Yeah,
Instagram, a lot of comments.
Yeah,
we could actually a good business strategy would probably be to talk more Lady Vols because that would expand our fan base.
Well,
I don't really want to do it.
If they found us, I mean, yeah.
Well, you put on YouTube, we'll have some videos. I'll put some. It'll be we'll argue about Tennessee quarterbacks, and some of those will hit. It'll be 1,000, 2,000 views. But you get a good Lady Vol cutout up there, and you got a good title of Lady Vols, it'll do 8, 10, 12,000.
Yeah,
4 times as much.
Well, that's
the Facebook posts and the Instagram comments will have thousands of comments of people arguing back and forth because that's kind of a national brand.
Well, the men's coverage is probably more saturated.
Well, yeah, there's that too for sure.
Whereas the ladies don't get as much.
Like I said, it worked for Brian Rice. I mean, he keeps winning all these damn awards, and I think it's because of the
scissored you right off the top of the ladder, didn't he?
He did. He cut me out, and I think it's largely in part due to the Lady Vol backing.
Yeah.
So I need to become a Lady Vol supporter.
Well, you do support. I mean, you are a big WNBA guy. I mean, maybe you should lock in more on the ladies.
I tried 2 years ago.
They got a new commitment yesterday.
Kim's first year, I was locked in. This year, not so much.
Yeah.
This year, I realized the money machine wasn't going to really print for the overs. 2 years ago, I made a lot of money betting overs. This year, I watched a couple games, like, this one's not going to be any good. So I was like, I'd rather just not watch than watch and try to bet on it and lose. So I said, I'm just not going to.
Well, if you
I'll keep up with the
if you had just bet the money line of the other team the last 10 games,
I would have been a wealthy man.
Yeah,
that is true.
You would have been doing pretty well.
We'll continue the conversation on the other side. Sam, stick with us. No, wait, you sent us a break. Audience, you stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out exclusive Fan Run video content on YouTube. Just search Fan Run Sports and be sure to like and subscribe.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
Surfside is made with vodka, real tea, and real juice, and has only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, and 0 bubbles. That's right. No bubbles, no troubles. That's why Surfside was named the 2025 Spirit Brand of the Year by MarketWatch. Their variety packs come with options: iced tea, lemonade, or green tea. Find your flavor by trying them all. Surfside, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older to enjoy. Party smart.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game, Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
Running a business, coaching a team, planning your next big event, you need more than just gear. You need SM Athletics and Logo Solutions. Custom uniforms, branded apparel, promotional products, done right, done fast, and built to show off your brand with pride. From local businesses to high schools to major universities, SM Athletics is trusted by winners. Get real service, get real quality, get noticed. SM Athletics and Logo Solutions, where your brand comes to life.
Visit smathletics.com and let's build something great together.
Someday.
All right, Cody, back on Amazon, the other two games, if you're interested in either Magic 76ers or Warriors Clippers. Steph Curry versus Kawhi maybe would get me going if it wasn't at 10 o'clock. I got to really pace myself on these West Coast games. No reason should I have been up past midnight watching the damn Blazers versus Suns. Did you watch any of that one, Sam? I mean, you were awake.
I thought about it, and then
you were up.
I saw the teams that were playing, and I'm like, none of these guys move me anymore.
You were up.
I was.
Dealing with bathroom stuff. The second biggest news story of the day, Cody, came from The Athletic as Diana Russini officially resigned in what many are calling the worst public statement ever put out.
Yeah, I saw that. That's tough for them, for her.
Many are saying that her statement that she released is the worst statement anyone ever involved in a controversy has put out.
You think that's the case?
It's never a good sign when you put out your apology statement and you immediately turn off the replies.
She never really denied anything in the statement either.
No, she didn't. And as many people have pointed out, sis, if there was a girls' trip, you could have just sent a picture, showed pictures of a girls' trip. Like, if you're telling the truth, you could easily prove that you had friends with you. And look, if it was a guy's trip, I'd maybe understand Mike Vrabel not being able to find any pictures of him and his buddies because, like when guys hang out, they don't necessarily always take pictures. But girls do, 100%. At some point, they would have gotten a picture in front of the mountain or drinking a Mai Tai or something. Something would have got posted to somebody's social media or at least got saved in the camera roll. And the fact that she hasn't produced one of those and, like Sam said, didn't deny these allegations in her statement, kind of let everybody know that, there was something nefarious going on.
So she's done. I mean, she's not going to be able to be a reporter anymore.
She'll be able to be a media member. Like, she'll be able to be a talking head.
I mean, Barstool's ready to sign her up right now.
Yeah, maybe Barstool.
Yeah, I mean, she has a good relationship.
Outkick.
She has a good relationship with all of them. I'm interested to see what she does, though, because you said Outkick, and there is a probably a really big opportunity for her to expand her fan base. Not like in Cody's way, like the subscription model, but if she goes into the political talking landscape, I'd be interested to see how she would do. Like if she wanted to rail against cancel culture.
Oh, she's going to rail something.
If she wanted to do a whole thing where, now she is going to be outspoken and talk about how cancel culture is bad and she got mistreated and yada, yada, yada. There might be some lanes there for her to make some money if she wanted to, get bigger than sports. Or like Bubba said, she could probably pretty easily get a job at Barstool or a place similar to that.
Do we owe Amy Adams an apology for getting a guy like Mike Vrabel just ridden with infidelity in his relationships, and now we've got a strong family man, Robert Saleh, 9 kids. Robert, that he's not.
Robert ain't stepping down on his wife.
No.
Robert's a good man, good family man, good father, loyal to his woman. I'm very interested to see if anything comes Mike Vrabel's way. I don't think the Patriots are going to fire him. Obviously, that's not going to happen. But him dodging the pre-draft interview process when it was something he did last year is pretty cowardice. I do wonder how that plays in the locker room because the whole Patriot Way 2.0 of Mike Vrabel coming there is hey, he's not necessarily doing the whole do your job thing like Bill Belichick said, but he is a coach that always preaches accountability. And Mike Vrabel's doing the opposite of accountability right now. And he had the comments just a couple weeks ago, Cody, about Travion Henderson, when Travion Henderson kind of had a religious post. And Mike Vrabel came out and was basically I just want to make sure he's focused on football and doing his job here and yada, yada, yada. No distractions. With Stephon Diggs and all that, no distractions, yada, yada, yada. Now here's Mike Vrabel, the head coach, the face of the organization, and he is bringing a lot of distractions, and he is lacking a lot of accountability. And I do wonder, because his strength as a head coach is his relatability to players, is the way he connects with those players. And if those players are all of a sudden looking at him hey, you're not the man I thought you were, I do wonder how that affects that locker room and affects that team.
Well, it's something he's definitely going to have to address, at least in the locker room. I don't know if he'll have to say anything publicly or not, but he's going to have to talk to his players.
Is that accountability?
Yeah, I think so.
You think it's accountability to tell the players?
He's look, guys, I know there's a lot of stuff going around out there. Yeah, okay, I banged this reporter. I mean, what are you going to do? She's a good-looking woman. I'm a good-looking man. She was into me. We were at the pool. I'd had a couple of mojitos. What are you going to do? She came on to me, all right?
I don't know if he can use that
Her
excuse.
6 friends were there, too.
Hold on.
Right.
I don't know if he can use that excuse when he apparently drove 2 hours to go see her, 3 hours to go see her. It wasn't hey, we were just at the pool having a couple of drinks.
We hooked up a couple of times. I went to Sedona. I mean, look.
They had the picture. The picture came out of them. Did you see this one that came out of them in Indianapolis at the Combine?
I mean,
They
this
were
has
saying,
been
all
going
right,
on
we
for
hooked up
years.
in Indianapolis too. Okay, yeah, there was Indianapolis, there was Sedona.
I mean, there's most assuredly Nashville as well.
I think
Yeah,
that's where it
Nashville,
gets
yeah.
tricky with the
flew to
locker
Paris.
room is like if it was just a one-off thing, I think you can say like, hey, you know, I made a mistake, blah blah blah, like trying to hold myself accountable like I hold y'all accountable. But I think when it starts to be like,
Look, I made
this has happened for the last 4 years.
I made a mistake 11 to 12 times with this woman. Okay, it was a mistake. I shouldn't have done it. But after the first time, you know, it's second time, third time, it just kind of snowballed. We went to Paris. I mean, she's beautiful. You know,
Paris.
We went to the French Riviera, had a really romantic, wonderful time. You know, took a speedboat out on the Mediterranean and then we hooked up, you know, in Nashville, Indianapolis, Sedona, New York, LA, Chicago, Dallas, Houston, New Orleans, Tampa, Miami. But other than that, look, I've been faithful to my wife. She's a great woman. Yeah.
To me, that's not taking accountability.
Seattle.
To me, if he says it privately to the players, like they might be like, all right, cool, coach, we're good. You ain't got to tell us no more. But like, to me, that's not taking accountability if he's ducking from it everywhere else.
A couple times in Vegas, Des Moines, Iowa.
Vrabel's not going to get fired. And Robert Kraft, like the whole media doesn't seem like they're going to talk about it. I doubt Robert Kraft talks about it. So there's not going to be like any professional accountability. But like, I do think the next time Mike Vrabel's in front of a microphone, he's going to get asked about it a lot.
Well, yeah. I mean, if the NFL reporters are doing their job, I'm sure he's going to have to say something.
Yeah, so somebody's going to ask him about it. And he's going to
He'll
have to
have
address
some
it.
statement. You know, he's with his PR coach now. He'll have it all worked out.
I don't know if he will. Do you think he's going to make a statement saying like he did it, or just saying like, "Hey, we're moving forward"?
No,
like,
he's not gonna say he did it, but he'll have some statement. He'll have something to say, something to cover his tracks. You know,
I think at this point he'll just not say anything until like he gets asked in a press conference.
We're focused on football.
Yeah, then he'll be a jerk about it to somebody that asked him a question about it.
Yeah, training camp's right around the corner.
So nothing's going to come of him, but like his style of coaching and now that locker room, I do find that to be pretty fascinating.
Will we get any type of Mike Gundy response where he's like, hey, don't talk to players about this, talk to me about this? And then he'll just say, now's not the time or place. We're ready for training camp.
That'll be interesting too, Bubba. That's a fair point of like when Drake May's in front of a microphone, how many times are they going to ask him about it? Hey, Drake, any thoughts on your coach?
We know you love your wife and Michael, but Mike Vrabel doesn't really love his.
Well, you know, look, there is something to that too. All the players' wives got to be looking at everybody funny right now. When somebody in your circle gets caught cheating, it puts the spotlight on everybody, like in the friend group too. Like you're all kind of guilty by association. Honey, you told me Mike Vrabel was a great guy. What the hell is this? Is that what you consider a great guy? Holding hands and canoodling in Sedona, in Nashville, in Vegas, in Indianapolis, in Paris. So everybody's good. Like Mike Vrabel made life tougher for every one of his players just by association. Because every girlfriend and wife are having a conversation with their lover about this. They've had to address it.
Every Patriots fan's having. So this is the man that you love.
Yeah. Vol and SC writes in she could get an interview with Bill Clinton. That's a 30-year-old joke. Come on, be better. That's 28 years ago.
It's like Aerosmith said, man. There ain't no breeze to cool the heat of love. It's as clear as a sunrise in Sedona.
Barrister writes in, John feeling so vindicated that Mike Vrabel is in trouble. Misery loves company with the Titans. It's sad. I'm not happy that Mike Vrabel's life has fallen apart. I'm not happy about that. Now, Sam would say there's a little vindication that everyone, the Titans fans knew that Mike Vrabel and Diana Russini was up to no good. People would say that, like Titans fans would say that, but I'm not even going that route. I'm not celebrating this. I like Diana Russini. I've often fantasized about her when watching coverage, thinking about how attractive she is. There's a part of me that's pretty jealous of Mike Vrabel. I love me some Diana Russini. I have.
Lock fingers on that rooftop with her, Cody?
Oh, me?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course. Of course.
His brother's starving. He'll take any food he can get over here.
I ain't starving. I'm a single man, though. I'm not a happily married or somewhat happily or maybe not happily married man.
Now, I do think the facade of Vrabel, I do think that comes into question. And it'll be interesting to see how people cover him moving forward. But no, I'm not. Misery doesn't love company. First of all, I'm not miserable. I'm as excited about the Titans as I've been in 5 years. Miserable, brother. Jeremiah Love keeps getting mocked to the Titans. I'm pretty excited thinking about my all-world running back I'm about to have on my team with my young stud quarterback. I'm fired up. I don't want Vrabel's life to fall apart. I will say at least his kids are all old. They're all grown. Now Russini's on the other hand, like she's got a different landmine, a minefield to walk through.
Maybe you guys will draft Reuben Bain instead. Call it the all-felony defensive line.
Who are the other felons?
Jeffrey Simmons.
Jeffrey Simmons didn't get a felony.
Nah, he should have. Beating on that poor woman.
He has just protected his sister. He should get a Medal of Honor.
He's beating a woman.
For protecting his family.
He's beating on that poor
He protected his family.
Yeah.
He was protecting his sister.
That's what they say. Good player.
Awesome player.
Oh, yeah.
No, I'm excited about the Titans.
Yeah.
Hell, the Titans even sent me an email yesterday. It's like, hey, Usher and Chris I like Usher. I don't really care about Chris Brown. This is more good vibes. It's been a while since they'd given me a pre-sale link to something.
I bet Jeffrey Simmons loves Chris Brown.
Hour one of the books. We'll kick off hour two with some headlines. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
The flagship station for Tennessee football. Fans. Fan Run Radio.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Citizens National Bank.
Experience the thrill of traveling with C&B's exclusive travel program. Customers age 50 and above with a Plus Perks checking account can participate, ensuring a safe and delightful travel adventure. Take a day trip or an overnight trip. Travel domestic or international. C&B is always on the go.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
It's baseball time in Knoxville. Your Knoxville Smokies are back in action and back home next week. Join us for a week packed full of fun with All-You-Can-Eat Wednesday, our Knox Vegas Thirsty Thursday with half-off draft beers. Come dance with the Smokies and fireworks on Saturday, and we're halfway to Halloween on Sunday. Woo! What a week. Reserve your seats now at SmokiesBaseball.com.
Knoxville Smokies.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start? Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends, everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Should we do the trend with him? Should we show him the trend?
Yeah. You ready?
You're listening to Talk Sports.
So we all go around the room, and it's very simple. Somebody says, "Give me my money," and then you cheer. You go, "Ah," and you just go around the room doing it. Jack, okay, you start.
Airing every day
from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m.
Give me my money.
Yeah! You got to cheer, Cody.
Yeah!
Now my turn. I gotta get my best Italian accent. Give me my money.
Yay!
Now your turn.
Give me my money. I don't like it.
On 1340 WKGN.
Yeah, let me try again. Give me my money. You're supposed to cheer. You guys said to cheer.
It actually does.
The hell is this?
It does actually make me laugh. That's
what is this?
Kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. Drink the light, refreshing White Claw Hard Seltzer. Drink it responsibly. Shout out to our friends over at Cherokee Distributing for supporting us locally. Hour 2 headlines. What you got, Big Mac?
Thank you, John.
You're welcome.
Well, not all were happy after watching that NBA game last night. Miami Heat head coach Eric Spoelstra was not a fan of LaMelo Ball, said Ball should have been ejected, should have been thrown out of the game early in the second quarter after he tripped Bam Adebayo on a rebound, sending the Heat center hard to the floor and injuring his lower back.
Did you see a highlight of this?
I haven't seen it, no.
Sam, Bubba, either one of you see a highlight of this?
Felt a little dirty.
Okay, I feel the same way you did. A little dirty. Some people are acting like it's the most egregious thing ever. Like LaMelo himself is falling down to the ground and kind of hits his head, and as he's falling, he does take his hand and he does trip Bam. So like it is dirty, but I only have it like at like a 5.5 or 6 on a scale of 1 to 10. It was dirty. Should have been a flagrant, not a flagrant 2, a flagrant 1 probably. And it is unfortunate that Bam got hurt.
They didn't call anything on that.
No, it was behind the play. Like they were falling out of bounds, and like you couldn't really tell live. It just looked like Bam kind of fell down, but then the replay, you could see that like he reached out and grabbed his heel and tripped him. Now, I will say, watching it, I was wondering if this was like an NBA Finals game or an Eastern Conference Finals game. I kind of feel like Bam would have been able to come back and play. Maybe that's unfair. You fell and hurt your hip. I get it, bro, but like, it's damn playoffs. Get out there and play. I don't think the Heat really cared too much about winning that game. Like I said, if it was a finals game, I think he would have played. But it was a dirty play by LaMelo. 100%.
The New York Giants and star defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence have reached an impasse on talks over a new contract extension, sources told the NFL Network.
Yeah, it seems like they had talked about trading him. Then they started making progress about a new deal. Now it looks like a trade is back on the menu.
Probably not the only thing on the menu for Dexter.
No, I'd say that boy's eating pretty good. I don't have a lot of thoughts on him. I mean, I know he's a good defensive tackle. Somebody will go get him. Typically, I'd say that somebody's going to be the Philadelphia Eagles. But like the New York Giants aren't going to trade him to the Philadelphia Eagles. Text your friend Jordan and ask what teams he thinks would be like linked to Dexter Lawrence.
Ask him what?
Just what teams he thinks would be in on a trade with Dexter Lawrence. Because I imagine like only contenders would be trying to make a move, and like he's a really good player. So like if If you told me a really good team went and got him, it might be the difference in a win or so.
I asked him.
Okay. Let me know what he thinks.
The rare hockey headline for you here.
Wow.
The Columbus Blue Jackets, their coach has torched their players.
Did you watch this clip?
No, I didn't.
What the hell do you guys do? Do you not watch anything?
Well, can
you get off political Twitter for a little bit and check some damn sports highlights?
Some of us got to work for a living. Some of us are out on the streets.
I hear you, but you have time to watch all these damn AI videos. What was it? Spaghetti getting thrown into a damn boiler, into boiling water? You had time to watch that. Vegetables getting cut and whatever. You watch those.
Cody sent me some wild AI videos.
See, you got time to drain our damn rivers and ruin our water supply with all these damn AI videos. Sam, did you watch this? The Columbus Blue Jackets coach after the game yesterday? No. Bubba, did you? Jesus Christ.
Don't give everybody too much grief here. This is hockey.
No, but
nobody's watching hockey.
No, but
we are in the South.
I don't care about hockey.
Well, it obviously just made it into your algorithm.
But I care. Well, I care about a good coach meltdown.
Well,
I do love any sport. You could tell me this was table tennis. I wouldn't care because he just came out and was like, these guys are quitters. He's like, if I get to come back, if I'm here, I'm fixing this culture. These guys don't give a damn. And then the reporters ask, he keeps taking questions. He'll say something really mean. He's like, what else you got for me? And they'll ask a question. He'll be like, I got to talk to the GM about whether or not I'm coming back. But let me tell you something. The fact you just said we lost 6 games in a row at home, this game shouldn't have even been the one that made them mad. They should have been mad this whole time. Yada, yada, yada. If you let me come back, I'll fix this. These guys don't care.
That's basically what he said. He said losing is not important to him. It doesn't bother him. How can you go out and play like that? These guys don't care. They don't care, he said.
And it's funny, and also it's funny to me because, we don't usually associate that type of behavior with hockey. Like the diva players that don't really care about winning and losing. Like, we don't really think of that as hockey. Those hockey guys get to be labeled as, like, super tough and, love of the game type of players.
Mm-hmm.
So I found it interesting that Sam, was Columbus in, like, the playoff picture before they lost, like, 6 in a row, or have they sucked all year?
Yeah, no, I think they were.
It sounded like they were, but
playoff contention for
sure.
Sure.
It sounded like this late season swoon basically cost them a playoff spot, is what it seemed like.
Well, Sergio Garcia has apologized for his Masters meltdown.
They told his ass he was out of here.
Sergio.
Yeah, so they missed out on a wild card spot by 6 points, I guess. Okay, so it definitely didn't help them losing 6 in a row. Sergio apologized. What did he say?
He says, I respect and value everything that the Masters and Augusta National Golf Club is to golf. I regret the way I acted, and it has no place in our game. It doesn't reflect the respect and appreciation I have for the Masters, the patrons, tournament officials, and golf fans around the world. Still no word from Tiger. I haven't heard any apologies for him after. Did you see what he did? Interrupting Rory's green jacket ceremony, wrecking his Land Rover on the fairway. Did you see that video? That video was crazy.
Some of us have jobs. I don't have time to watch blatantly fake videos.
You think it was fake?
Some of us
I couldn't tell.
Some of us have to be locked in on real stuff in the world.
Tiger drove his Land
Pat
Rover.
McAfee was jumping into the water. At the
Well, I've learned my lesson, and just for the record, I knew. Well,
after I saw that video of Burt Kreischer jumping in the water, I was like, surely you didn't really think that.
Oh, I didn't. There was a video.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, you didn't see that?
I just saw a
Okay.
picture.
Okay.
I just saw a picture
Because there was a video. I was like, there's no way he thought that.
And it was from what, Old Rose. So like I was my antennas weren't as up as they should have been, but I was like, Old Rose seems like they'd be celebrating this. But no, I didn't watch the video. I just saw a picture of the 3 of them jumping.
Okay. Well, I still can't tell if that Tiger video is real or not. He rolled his Land Rover. He's heading down the
Well,
field.
did you
was
see
speeding onto the fairway?
Did you see Jay Williams, the former basketball stud and like basketball analyst?
I know Jay Williams. No, what did he say?
Mocking Tiger Woods with AI isn't entertainment. It's exploitation.
I don't know.
Hold on.
I was kind of entertained.
Add stolen PGA and CBS footage and it becomes theft.
What a nerd.
That's a real man with real kids and a real family.
What a nerd.
Platforms need to take it down. Now. Yeah, everyone packed him up. Everyone's like, get real. Now, like Jay Williams might have a sore spot for Rex because, I mean, that is what derailed his NBA career. Like Jay Williams was like the number 2 pick the year Yao Ming got drafted. Like he was a stud. Like he was supposed to be really good in the NBA. Like he had a good rookie year. And then that offseason, he got into a motorcycle wreck and like basically shattered his ankle, and that was the end of his career.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe he has a really like sore spot for making fun of Rex, but I don't know. I don't know, man. Came across as a real nerd.
Yeah. Well, TMZ has obtained the 911 dispatch audio where you can hear the Miami EMS dispatcher call in a 20-year-old male overdose at the location where Clavicular and his pals were live streaming Tuesday night. You'll be glad to know that Clavicular is home from the hospital after a suspected overdose.
Damn, he about got drug mogged.
Yes, that's right. He got mogged by the drugs. But he's okay now. He's back home.
Would that be tolerance mogged?
You'll be happy to know. Huh?
Would that be tolerance mogged? Would his mog would I don't know.
I'm not sure how you say that.
Yeah.
That's beyond my language.
Okay,
capacity.
fair enough.
But he did not die, so that's good. People were worried about Clavicular. I wonder what percentage of our audience knows who this is. I would say it's like 15%.
I think this could be
I
another
just learned who he was 2 days
punishment
ago.
idea. Cody has to watch.
Have to overdose?
No. Cody has to watch this guy stream for like a couple weeks straight or something like that.
You figure out the punishment for Cody. I'm not going down that road again this year.
Yeah.
I will say it benefited me last year. He set up the tailgate. That was good for me. He eventually paid it off.
And I'd gladly do it again.
It worked out for me. I'm not throwing a tailgate again. So
What?
I'm
You
not.
ain't having no more tailgate? Come on. You do the
No.
tailgate every
No
year.
one helped me take it down this year. You know how mad I was coming out of that game, the Georgia game after us losing, to see the tailgate still there and nobody was there to help me clean it up?
Uh-huh.
You know how mad I was? Imagine how mad I was. And then think about
I came back.
You came back later, but that was just to return a girl, right? Or you had to get your keys. No, you had to get your bag.
Yeah, I left my bag there.
Yeah, you weren't there to help clean up. You were there
I
to
threw some stuff away when I was there.
You were there to get your Cody just left his whole knapsack. Remember he used to carry like plastic grocery bag full of all of his stuff? That's basically what he had.
I had
to
Red Bulls, I
Yeah,
had BC powder, I had hangover drink, I had
his damn car keys were in it, just sitting there in the middle of this field.
Yeah.
So no tailgate. I'm not throwing no tailgate this year.
Oh, you'll come around.
I won't neither. I won't neither.
You'll come around.
That's also a wedding week, the first big game. So I won't be throwing a tailgate that weekend for sure. The first big one.
We got to have a tailgate. We do it every year.
Well, your punishment could be you could set it up and take it down then.
Maybe I'll throw the tailgate.
I'll still pay for it if you want, but I ain't doing it. I ain't setting it up. I ain't taking it down.
Messing with it.
I ain't touching
Well,
one thing.
if you pay for it, I'll just leave all the stuff there.
Yeah, that's how everybody was. That's how everybody was. A damn tailgate of 100 people.
It's
a tailgate of
always
100 people, and it was just me and my drunk woman.
Well,
and me getting mad at her, and she's like, "I'm sorry." And I was like, "Well, where's your damn friend?" We're trying to coordinate with her friend to get in the car to leave. Then we got caught in traffic. Lord knows you don't want to be down there. You don't want to be down there on that road. Because then they make you go all the way around campus. I was in traffic for over 2.5 hours. Like, I'm not doing it again because I always get stuck parking over there because I have to unload, and then I get caught, and then I'm in traffic for 2.5 hours. Not doing it.
That's miserable for everybody.
Ain't gonna happen.
I mean, if you're on campus, there's no getting out. I mean, it's gonna be 2 hours.
It was every bit of 2 hours. And again, we had just lost a heartbreaker to Georgia. Imagine how bad of a mood I was in.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. Louisiana Tech is set to pay more than $8 million to leave Conference USA for the Sun Belt. It is a record exit fee for the conference.
I mean, $8 million feels kind of cheap, but I guess for the Conference USA, it's not. That's a pretty big dent, I would imagine, in their budget.
Yeah, the fee is more than what UTEP is paying to leave the Conference USA and join the Mountain West ahead of the 2026 season. Andy Staples said maybe they should just go ahead and play that 20-game schedule instead of having to pay this record exit fee. They're the team that's currently slated to play 20 games this fall because they're in 2 conferences.
Yeah.
So they'll pay more than $8 million to leave. I doubt Louisiana Tech's got all that much money either. You know, LSU kind of gets all the money in that state, I'd imagine. I don't know how they operate.
I would imagine they have to like put it on a payment plan. I don't think they could cut a check for $8 million at one time. They'd probably have to pay it out over years or move some money around, do something.
And a Nashville headline here for our mid-state crowd. The Gaylord Opryland has unveiled a 700-seat sports bar as part of the resort transformation.
Wait. Say this again? When you said Nashville, I kind of checked out. But
Gaylord Opryland. You ever been to Opryland? The big hotel / it's right by the Grand Ole Opry.
Yeah, I've been there.
Opryland Hotel. It's huge. They have gardens and
I've been there.
Well, they've just unveiled a 700-seat sports bar as part of their resort transformation.
Are they going to try to get like sports betting there? I guess you don't have to worry about that.
I mean, it looks about like a sports book.
That's what it sounds like.
It is a massive, tremendous looking place. So I don't know about that, but it says it'll seat 700 people. There's a place kind of like this, just looking at this wall of TVs they've got right here. There's a place in Atlanta right by the Braves ballpark like this.
The Battery.
It's like a sports bar, but it's more like a sports book like that. It's just a massive wall of screens like TVs and stuff. I mean, that's where Russell and the Drive guys, a couple of years ago, they did a remote down there for the Braves. Beautiful place. I mean, tremendous place to if you're just down there for a game day or something.
We tried that in Knoxville.
The Danny District?
Well, no. I mean, it felt that way whenever, what was it called over there near campus? Hell, it got closed. What was it called?
You talking about Fieldhouse Social?
Fieldhouse Social, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We tried that with the big screens and tried to have the sportsbook feel, and they'd show 8 games at one time when it first opened. That was really cool at the time.
Me and Miles used to go over there every Sunday for the NFL.
Really?
Back 10 years ago.
When it first opens, I'd take in some college games there and stuff, but then it was you realize you were spending $80 to eat and drink there, and you're like, oh, this ain't really worth it.
I enjoyed it. The only thing I don't like about those, it's the same people who own Sunspot.
Right.
Then there's a couple other restaurants.
Right.
The only thing I don't like about them is the bathrooms that have the see-through door. Have you noticed that? You remember those bathrooms? It's you see the guy in there wiping as you're trying to.
Yeah.
I mean, it's not quite that extreme, but
if you're a stander.
Yeah. If you're standing by the door, for sure, which I don't know why you'd be standing by the door, but it has a weird fade.
The bathroom was weird there because you basically have 4 rooms, right? It was 4 separate one-person stalls, and there was always a line.
Yeah, and they're see-through doors.
Yeah. I did like watching games there though on the big screens.
Yeah.
Man, that was weird because I could not. That was kind of like Jacob Eason yesterday. It's around the same time. I couldn't think of his name, and I could not think of the name of that restaurant that I went to many times.
They had good food. I mean, I always thought it was pretty
solid,
good.
Solid enough. It's all right.
You think a little expensive though?
I always found it to be too expensive. Not too expensive, but more expensive than the value.
We used to do live radio remotes there for the college radio station.
Yeah.
Every Friday evening, we'd do the WUTK sports show there. And
would they comp you stuff?
Yeah, they would. And it was, we had to pay for our own booze, but I think they gave us food and and it was cool because a fall game day.
That'd be awesome as a college student. Yeah.
Like a Friday night. There's people there watching you and stuff.
You'd feel like you were doing something cool at that point.
Yeah. Yeah, it felt cool at the time.
Well, RIP to them. Have they done anything with that building yet over there?
No.
That whole area seems like a big swing and miss.
Well, it's all busy other than the old Walmart.
I know, but 2 of the biggest buildings are empty. Walmart's empty.
Yeah,
and
but the rest of it's always moving. I mean, all the rest of those businesses, our girl Monica, she cuts hair down there now.
She moved over there. Okay,
yeah, she's over there.
I don't know if I realized
there's
that.
a nail place that they go to all the time.
I went to a PetSmart there one time.
The Publix is still operating.
I had to get my screen fixed too. There's I break you fix. I had to get that.
Yeah,
there
there's a little coffee shop.
I'll never go there. I know my old lady likes the Mexican restaurant over there.
Sylvia's, yeah.
She likes that.
Yeah.
But the 2 two of the biggest places. Like the Walmart being empty is an eyesore.
Yeah, I still don't know what the deal is with that. Like, are they gonna?
They just couldn't survive because they couldn't actually have groceries, and like Walmart needs groceries. They couldn't have everything there.
It's so weird to me that Walmart didn't make it. You would think that would have been a prime spot.
Yeah, but Publix right next door. If you needed groceries, you went to Publix.
I don't know why.
Because Walmart couldn't have, like, contractually, they couldn't have like full groceries. I don't know if you ever tried to buy groceries in that Walmart, but they basically only had like frozen pizzas. Like you couldn't really buy.
Yeah, I went in there a couple times, but I
couldn't really buy real groceries. So it was like, if you actually needed to go to Walmart, you just had to go to Walmart or Target, or you just order stuff online. Like that Walmart basically served no purpose. And I imagine the rent was very, very high.
It's kind of inconvenient going to a Walmart if you live downtown. You got to go to either go way down Chapman Highway or you got to go up to Clinton Highway.
That is something I don't miss.
Walmart?
Yeah, there was a time in my life I was in Walmart at least once a week, and I haven't been to a Walmart probably in 5 years.
I'm a Walmart guy.
I don't think I've been to Walmart since COVID.
I grew up with it, you know.
I dabble at Target a couple times, but Walmart, I really don't think I've been in one in 5 years.
I don't like Target.
Okay.
I always have trouble getting out of the store. I trip over those big red balls.
Yeah. People draw all big bulls on your back as you're walking through.
Yeah, I can't ever get out of the store. Every time I hit my cart on those big red.
Yeah. Okay.
What's up with that? The big red balls in front of the Target. Well,
yeah, it is weird. I don't know why they have them either.
There's a Target at West Hills.
That's the one I frequent.
And then there's a Target up. There's the like creepy Target, the one up by the old East Town Mall.
Yeah, I've been to that one a couple.
That's a weird Target.
I ain't been to that one in a while.
It's such a weird part of town.
I don't really go to East Town anymore.
Yeah, I don't either. Well, I do eat at a Chinese buffet over there sometimes.
That's good. Oh, Cody, welcome back in. You want the usual?
Why you do? Yeah, the buffet like everyone else. Why are you doing that accent?
Was it an accent? Let's
go
to break.
Go to Happy Garden.
Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Start your morning off with your daily dose of Talk Sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans, Fan Run Radio.
Ever been the coach who realized the team's gear just wasn't up to par? Well, if I'm being honest, that was me. Just a downright irresponsible and plain bad coach. Then, SM Athletics changed the game. I want you to picture this. I walk into their store, a coach with a vision. SM Athletics didn't just see a coach. They saw a team's potential, and they delivered custom uniforms so striking. Our team's spirit soared. From cutting-edge apparel to top-notch equipment, SM Athletics transformed our presence. No more unreliable online orders or envying the other team's style. SM Athletics stands for quality, design, and on-time delivery every time. Coaches, elevate your team with SM Athletics. Call 865-966-3434 or visit smathletics.com. Get the best for your team, delivered right and on time. So, elevate your team's game by contacting SM Athletics today.
Citizens National Bank.
Life is more fun with a Good Life account, offering extra benefits, including bank travel. Experience the trip of a lifetime to Ireland. Explore rolling green hills, historic castles, and charming villages across the Emerald Isle. Get in on the fun. Call 865-429-7935 today.
Citizens National Bank. Banking never felt so good.
Member FDIC.
Planning for spring at Lowe's means big savings on outdoor power equipment, and Lowe's knows nothing feels better than free. Buy one select Ego string trimmer, leaf blower, or mower kit. Get one select 56-volt battery free. That's up to a $299 value. Power through spring with Ego, the #1 rated brand in cordless outdoor power. Because Lowe's knows home improvement. Valid through 4/3 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Blackford Veterinary Surgery Referral specializes in surgeries not regularly performed by your pet's general veterinarian. They're currently accepting referrals from vets all across the country. With their newly renovated state-of-the-art surgery center and highly trained staff, clients can rely on professional and thorough care. If your vet says that your pet needs surgery or rehab, ask for a referral to Blackford Vet and let them get your best friend back on its feet. Located conveniently in West Knoxville. For more information, visit blackfordvetsurgery.com.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Brent Hubbs. Is he the main name when you think of Tennessee media members?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
I think of Austin Price before I think of Brent Hubbs because I feel like I get more price updates.
Do you think of Austin Price before you think of Brent Hubbs?
Price drops.
Okay.
Brent Hubbs has been around longer.
Well, yeah, plus Austin Price works for Brent Hubbs.
Yeah, but I just feel like we get more reports from Austin Price.
Okay.
I just feel like I hear his name more.
Sure. Yeah, I don't necessarily disagree with that. But
I mean, Brent Hubbs is right there neck
to me
and
on the
neck.
ranking list, I put Brent ahead of Austin.
Well, yeah, I mean, he's
more
been
so,
around.
Yeah, just because of that, the long-term relationship with the university and all those things.
He's been around forever.
Sam?
I still don't know if he's the number one media member, though.
Sam, who's the number one media member you think of when you think of Tennessee?
Yeah, I'm probably Hubbs. I mean, trying to rack my brain of someone that could trump him right now. I feel like he's
Chris Lowe,
Ryan Shumpert.
Lowe has so much like national pull. I feel
Yeah.
like to where I mean, when he talks about Tennessee, I obviously like know that it's reliable and respected. But
Yeah.
like he doesn't.
Yeah,
seem like
that's
he's
what
Tennessee centric.
Well, that's what I mean though. Like whenever he says something, like
you know,
it
it's
carries
true, yeah.
it carries a lot of weight.
It's got sources behind it.
Bubba, do you have a submission? John Reed.
John Reed. Mike Wilson.
Bear.
Yeah.
Bear, yeah.
Well, Brent Hubbs went on with Andy Staples.
William Pattison.
The Patifax. The cold, hard Patifax.
He's always accurate. Never makes a mistake. Very rarely.
Well, we had a slight hiccup on Saturday. I don't
What
know
happened?
if you saw it.
Had no idea.
I had a slight hiccup on Saturday, but it's all right. Water under the bridge. Don't beat him up over it. He felt bad
I ain't
about
beating
it.
him up over it. I said he's accurate. You said he makes
Oh,
mistakes.
I thought you were being sarcastic.
Me?
You're doing it again.
No.
Aren't you?
Huh? Jimmy Himes?
At one time, maybe. And then he went on TV and told everybody we had hired Jeff Brom.
Which we probably should have. I think he's a good coach.
I wanted Jeff Brom. I was kind of mad that Jimmy ruined that, honestly.
Way to go, Jim.
I like what Sparks does.
I do like Adam Sparks. I always enjoy his radio hits when he goes on the drive. He seems like an authentic guy and just kind of just regular good old boy type of guy.
Yeah, that's fine. I don't think he fits the bill of being like the number one guy.
He hasn't been like in the Tennessee market, I don't think, long enough.
John Adams?
He's done a good job ever since he's come here.
At one point, you might could have argued John Adams, but not anymore.
You could have argued John Adams was maybe the most polarizing.
Yeah, I mean, he'd had some big name recognition. But I say
Paul
that.
Feinbaum.
What was that, Bubba?
Paul Feinbaum.
He is a UT grad.
I asked that just because Brent Hubbs went on with Andy Staples on Andy and Ari, and they were talking Tennessee. And he said this about like expectations this year. Quote, I don't know about reasonable, but I think Tennessee fans think they should be in contention for the playoff every year. And it was almost said flippantly with a little judgmental tone. Now, Hubbs did go on to talk about the improvements that Josh Heupel's made and says, look, for him, the question this year is going to be how much the team improves basically over the first month of the year. It's a young team, bunch of new players. new defensive coordinator, new strength coach, all those things. But it did feel a little gross to me because I do think of Hubs kind of as my number one. And to act as if making a expanded playoff, do we still call it expanded with 12? Is it still expanded or is it just a playoff now? Either way.
I think it's just a playoff.
It's just a playoff now. To make a 12-team playoff, to act as if that's unreasonable, does rub me the wrong way a little bit with how much money you throw into this program with all the resources and all the stuff we're asked to, like, because to me there has to be a little give and take. If it's not reasonable to expect to make the playoffs, lower ticket prices. Stop asking for donations. Stop doing these things. Like, to me, there should be some of those hand in hand. It's not necessarily Bubba's Reddit theory of raising beer prices when you're good, lower them when you're bad. But like, I do think like, hey, let's not take in a whole bunch of money. Let's not cover the team with the same type of you know, is it ferocity or veracity?
Veracity, I think.
Yeah, but then I was thinking about ferocious. I was like, wait, is it F? Veracity.
Maybe just use words you know.
Well, sometimes I get caught in my head. Sometimes I get caught in my head. And that's,
you don't have to sound smart. Everybody knows you're smart.
That's what I say a lot, though. But then I got nervous about it. I was like, wait,
say
ferocious?
new words.
But like, you know, like if we try to like openly say like the team shouldn't expect to make the playoff, the fan base shouldn't expect to make the playoff, like, why are we selling $10 subscriptions to the website? Why are we doing all that stuff? Like, what's the point of all this if we're not in a program right now that expects to be making a playoff? It kind of rubbed me the wrong way.
Yeah, I could see where it would. It's a little snarky, you think?
I think so.
The way he said
a little
it.
bit. Yeah, I mean, and like I don't think Brent did it maliciously, but like it did really rub me the wrong way.
It was
like,
just probably just kind of a little bit of a, not a slight, but just hey, you people are crazy.
Well, yeah, it's one thing to come on and I want to be fair. Like, you don't have to be as people call him, a sunshine pumper. You don't have to come out and tell everybody that you think Tennessee's going undefeated. You know what I mean? Like, if he's doing a hit, he can be like, hey, this team's got some question marks. You know, 50 new players and yada, 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 and freshman quarterback. It's going to be really tough for them. That could be true, while also being true that we do rightfully have an expectation around here with how much money we invest in this program that it should be a playoff season. Every year it should be a playoff season. Now, we understand that's maybe not realistically going to happen, but like for us to sit here in April, you know, and then it's going to happen in May, June, August, July, October, and September. Like, we're going to want to be thinking about the playoff.
Well, otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, if you're a program, you know, I got a lot of friends who are Arkansas fans.
That's popular.
I got a handful, at least, of good friends, people I consider best friends. And realistically, they're pretty realistic about their program. Like, they don't expect to make the playoff every year or be in contention for it because they know their place. They consider 8-4 to be a good year.
Now,
we are a borderline blue blood.
Okay, well, let me ask you this. Do your Arkansas friends sit around talking about Arkansas football?
Yeah, they still love Arkansas football, but to them, their basketball and their baseball are just as important.
But do they sit around talking Arkansas football like right now? Are they like waiting for the season? Like, has it killed their interest?
I don't. My friends personally, I don't think they're talking much about Arkansas football right now. I mean, I'd have to ask them.
Yeah,
but like they're into baseball and they're really into basketball since they got Cal. I mean, they believe Cal should get them to a Final Four, and like I understand that expectation. Their expectations for basketball are much higher.
Okay.
Now, if you go back to the days like when they had Bobby Petrino, their expectations raised, but now they're back to kind of where they've always been. And they've always kind of been that, you know, if you go 8-4, that's a good season type of program. That's just what Arkansas is. Tennessee is a couple of notches above that.
Sure.
You know, we think 10-2 is a good year. We expect to let, you're not going to go 10-2 every year, but that's kind of our baseline, like whether we're going to be happy or not.
I think it's completely fair to say that that's your program expectations.
Mississippi State, like there's just certain schools that Tennessee is a founding. The SEC was built by Tennessee and Alabama, you know.
Well, I don't even think that necessarily matters.
We are the foundation of this conference.
I know you like saying that, but like that was 60 years ago. I mean, or you know,
well, that matters.
It doesn't.
That carries on through generations of fans and expectations, and
it doesn't matter because
it doesn't matter.
I don't think it matters because
it doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter to me because 10 years ago, or 5 years ago, 6 years ago, I wouldn't have said that we were playoff or bust, or those were the expectations.
Well, we were in the cellar.
Well, I know, but we would still be a founding member of the SEC, wouldn't we?
Well, yeah, but that doesn't mean there's not highs and lows.
Well,
I'm just
that's
saying
my point.
Tennessee should always expect to be competing near the top. Like, you got to be realistic and realize that we're not always going to be there. Like, it's not always going to work out.
But my point is, you would acknowledge we were in the cellar 5 years ago, so being a borderline blue blood all those years ago didn't really matter. That's my point.
It didn't prevent us from being bad, no.
But I'm saying, like, it also changed our expectations. We weren't sitting around saying we should make the playoff.
Well, yeah,
in 2021
expectations can fluctuate. They can go up and down.
Right. Because we knew the program was in a bad spot.
Right.
My problem is that for the most part, I bet if you ask Brett Hubbs, and again, I don't mean to single him out. I don't have any beef with him. But, like, I imagine if you ask him, he would go around and tell you that the program's in a good spot. He's in favor of Josh Heupel. They cover the team in a pretty positive manner, like in terms of where the program's at. So, like, to me, those two things can't both be true. Like, if you're sitting here in year 6 saying it's not reasonable to think that Tennessee fans should be expecting a playoff berth this year, then we got to have bigger conversations about where the program's at. And we got to be a little bit more honest about where the program's at. To me, you can't have it both ways.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, we're not poor.
The damn SEC was founded on Gay Street. There's a plaque right there at the Hyatt Place Hotel.
Don't let the Big Ten
right there
hear
by
that.
Clancy's, you know.
Don't let the Big Ten hear that.
How come?
They'll make fun of the SEC. They'll try to.
Because we got a plaque?
No, because the SEC was founded on Gay Street.
Oh.
Yeah.
I see what you
don't
mean.
Don't let the Big Ten find that out.
Oh.
But to me, like, it's not, the computers aren't computing. We either have to acknowledge that Tennessee is a high-dollar, high-pressure program where playoffs are the expectation, or we have to say that Josh Heupel isn't quite that level of coach. He's not running a program quite at that level. It goes back to what I've been saying for months. You don't get to say, well, we got a young quarterback. Sorry, bro. That's on you.
Well, every year is year one.
That is what that idiot.
Oh, that's a local media member.
Notice that I say nice things about Brett Hubbs. I've got no personal beef with him. That John Pingson guy, though, no, he's a moron. He's a moron. There is
the
beef
guy
there.
hosts a sports source on Channel 6.
You can too if you pay the money. Hell, he just rents airtime. He might go rent airtime. Hell, it ain't hard. Now, what I will say is, again, you get no pass for having a young quarterback. I'm not mad that we have a young quarterback. It is what it is. Did I want a transfer portal guy? Did I want a veteran? Sure. But I understand that, like, hey, you finished second to a couple of schools that were either A, willing to spend more money, B, had a coach that players wanted to play for more. It sucks. I get that. But, like, hey, you got to roll with what you got. It's not like we haven't invested money in the quarterback position. You've paid both these young guys a pretty penny to be here, I would imagine. I don't know exactly what George's numbers are, but the numbers you hear for Faison Brandon, I mean, he's a well-compensated prospect, so you've invested money in that position. You don't get a pass that's what you have to roll with. You got to go make it happen.
That's right.
That doesn't change my expectation of making the playoff.
Yeah, and I think both of those things, like that to me is where the divide may end up being. Is I think fan expectations are at we should be competing for the playoff, and I think that's a rightful place to have our expectations. That's where they should be. I think it could also be true that Heupel is not necessarily that guy.
Sure.
I mean, we'll see.
Sure. And I think that's
and he's been there once, you know.
That's a completely fair take. And if you know, I don't think any Tennessee fans should feel super strong either way right now. I don't think you should be a Tennessee fan that's, you know, completely out on Josh Heupel and thinks he can't get better. And I don't think you should be a Tennessee fan that's like 90% convinced that he's like a top 5 coach. I don't think.
Well, we've seen both scenarios with Heupel a couple of times each.
Yeah.
Every other year, he has a double-digit win season. But the other years have been less than stellar.
And I will give him credit for changing things up and evolving from time to time. So, like, the Josh Heupel we get in 2026 might not be the Josh Heupel we got in 25. Same way it wasn't the Josh Heupel you got in 24 or 23 or 22. Like, he has had a different team each year.
What is like a successful season then we talked about this all off season of last year of like, oh, you're under the gun quickly with Joey Aguilar. What's a successful season get by? Like,
to me,
how does that expectation change to this year now, knowing that, you know, you've got that young quarterback?
To me, Sam, my minimum expectation for happiness, or maybe my first benchmark you have to hit, is like make it to November with the season still mattering. Don't take a third loss before November.
That's what I always feel like too. And to Heupel's credit, we did do that last year.
Yeah, we did.
And then we lost.
But I think it's fair to say that, like, we don't really look at last year as a super failure. Like, the end of the year wasn't great. Don't get me wrong. It left a bad taste in your mouth. But, like, the season in general wasn't a failure.
It ended very poorly.
It did. It did.
But that Oklahoma game, everything was still on the table.
Yeah.
And that is all I had asked for. Same as you, is I want to be able to have something on the line in November. And I think that's the advantage of the 12-team playoff.
It probably matched whatever you were expecting back in June, but then once you got there into September, you were like, all right, wait, this season should be better. And then you kind of just fall back to that initial expectation. I think that's what kind of soured a lot of people.
Right, but to me, the 2025, I don't want to say I enjoyed it, but like, it was not a wasted year. Like, you were invested as a football fan. The Oklahoma game was fun. The Georgia game was fun. You went toe-to-toe. You lost those games. Don't get me wrong. It sucked leaving. But, like, you at least got to enjoy 2.5, 3 months of football.
It was the getting blown out by Vanderbilt part that was hard for people to swallow.
For sure. And yeah, that does change the vibe for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. Had that team rallied and still believed in themselves after that Oklahoma loss, I think we would have accepted it had they not made the playoff and finished with, you know, maybe a bowl win. But, man, the way that the wheels kind of fell off when you lost Oklahoma, I mean, I don't think there was any excuse for that to come out on senior day and get your ass whipped by Vandy.
No, there wasn't.
And that was tough to look at.
And it's really hampered the vibes around here.
Yeah.
For sure.
And then, you know, whatever, say what you will about the bowl game. I mean, by the time you get blown out by Vandy, I don't really care what happens against Illinois.
No, I didn't care about the bowl game.
But I would have cared about the bowl game had you beaten Vandy and you'd been a better bowl game, you know. But
9-3 would have been a drastically different feeling this offseason. Well, we'll continue the conversation on the other side. Sam, send us a quick timeout. Let's talk sports on Fan Run Radio.
Can't get enough Fan Run Radio? Download the free Fan Run app and take the best Tennessee sports conversations with you wherever you go.
What kind of day is it? It's a White Claw day. Grab a pack, grab your friends. Everything else in life can wait. Your friends shouldn't. Let's go. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Welcome to Axle Logistics, where excellence isn't just a goal, it's an energy. As a leading third-party logistics company, Axle is powered by an award-winning culture built on a work-hard, play-hard mentality. Here, the drive for success is contagious and hard work never goes unnoticed. Whether you're just starting out or looking to level up, Axle Logistics is the place to launch your career. Join us and take your ambition to the stars. To learn more, visit axlelogistics.com.
Are you thinking of buying a home but don't know where to start?
Well, call VFL Josh Travis, your local mortgage expert with Foundation Mortgage, based right here in Knoxville. Whether it's your first home or your forever home, he'll keep the process simple every step of the way. To get started, visit mortgagebrokerjosh.com or call 423-312-9777 today. Foundation Mortgage Company, LLC is an equal opportunity housing company. NMLS number 1387311.
Hear that? That's the sound of your life. Perfectly imperfect. Beating in rhythm to the world you've created. But every time you drive after drinking, music gets drowned out. Your life sounds pretty great. Don't let a buzz ruin it. Buzz driving is drunk driving. Don't drive buzzed. A message from NHTSA and the Ad Council.
Vol fans, reimagine your home at Broadway Carpets and Flooring for any remodeling or building needs. With a variety of carpets, rugs, hardwood, vinyl, and stone, Broadway has all the flooring and installation options you're looking for, including pet-resistant products like Pet Perfect Carpet from Shaw Floors. Visit their showroom in downtown Knoxville or the location in West Knoxville located on Kingston Pike near Pellissippi Parkway today.
To answer your question, the simplest way I could tell you as I sit here in April, tax day, don't forget, 7-2. Get to 7-2. Kind of like how we talk about get to the second weekend of the NCAA tournament and roll the dice. That's how I feel about the 2026 season. Get to 7-2 and roll the dice. That's not asking for much. That's asking for you to beat Furman, Kennesaw State, knocking those two off. I do think you'll struggle to get to 7-2 if you don't beat Georgia Tech, but like 7-2 means you have two losses that you could sprinkle in, Cody, between at Georgia Tech, Texas, Auburn, at Arkansas, Alabama, at South Carolina, Kentucky. So, like, realistically, it means you're going to beat Furman, Georgia Tech, Kennesaw State. It means you're going to beat Auburn. It means you're going to win against, probably, and really you just have to win one other game in that scenario. If you beat Furman, Georgia Tech, Kennesaw State, and Auburn, you have to find what wins against what? South Carolina, Arkansas, and Kentucky. And that's just if you completely punt home games against Texas and Alabama, which I don't think in year 6, if we're acting as if the program is in a good spot, we should be punting games against anybody.
No.
Definitely not Alabama in 2026. Like, we'll see about Arch Manning and Texas. We'll see if they live up to the hype. But like the Texas we've seen in the SEC the last 2 years, you shouldn't punt a home game against them.
Hell, they lost at Florida last year.
Right. Like, if Arch Manning morphs into Peyton Manning, okay, but like we ain't seen that, and we ain't seen Sarkisian really been able to navigate a regular season, on the road. He is due to slip up once or twice. So like, that's all. That's where I want to get to. Get to November 8th and be 7-2.
If I'm Peyton, I'm not letting my nephew come in Knoxville and win. I'm going to make sure it doesn't happen. If I'm Peyton Manning,
what do you mean?
I'm going to make sure it don't happen.
What does that mean?
I'm going to make sure my nephew,
it's not your boy, it's your
does
nephew.
Not come into Knoxville. He's still my boy.
I wouldn't want any of my uncles calling me their boys. I'm not their boy.
Your nephew can't be your boy? That's my boy. I mean, it's not really your boy, but it's your.
I don't want any of my uncles running around saying I'm their boy. I'm just saying.
Okay. Well,
it's not his boy.
Well, nonetheless, some people might. I don't know. But you can't let him come into Knoxville and win. You can't let it happen.
He ties him up before the game?
Whatever's got to be done is got to be done.
Threatens to cut him out of the wheel? Like
whatever's got to be done. Whatever's got to be done.
It's not his son.
Laxatives in the water bottle.
Whatever's got to be done. Maybe you have a little welcome to town party at the Peyton Bar the night before.
I'm going to imagine Arch will be with the team. I don't think he'll be out on the welcome to town party. Now, maybe you could threaten Cooper. You tell Cooper what's going to happen to him if he lets Texas win tomorrow.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Whatever's got to be done.
Bed bugs in his hotel room.
Something. Bad pizza, something like that. Like Jordan got for Game 6.
He was hungover.
Oh, come on. It was bad pizza.
Don't let him fool you.
The story is
drink.
The story is he was food poisoned.
I drink too much. I need Scotty to carry me, both figuratively and literally.
That's ridiculous.
7-2. Get to the Texas A&M road game with a chance to win it and set up, one of the biggest games at Neyland Stadium in recent memory. If that's a playoff elimination game between, Tennessee and Lane Kiffin at LSU, that'd be really fun in November if you got to that where it mattered. Fair, foul, asking too much, not asking enough. How do you feel about that?
Fair.
Sam?
I think it's pretty fair. As I'm sitting here now, I mean, ask me after the Georgia Tech game, I feel like, on how some of those swing games would be
sure.
in terms of Auburn and South Carolina and all that stuff.
Yeah, I mean, if those teams end up being awesome, it changes stuff. And if we suck, it changes stuff. Or if we're awesome, it changes stuff. And maybe it's more like 8-1. But I'm just saying, as we sit here right now, I don't think that maybe I do. Maybe this is me lacking self-awareness, but I don't think I dig my heels in on preseason expectations. I think I'm fluid for both better and worse whenever I see a team. Like this basketball team, I didn't dig my heels in and be like, oh, you got to be a top 3 seed. No, this is a failure. You kind of readjust and be like, get to the tournament, try your luck. So if Tennessee comes out and loses to Georgia Tech, it's like, hey, let's just try to get to 8-4. Let's try to make sure the quarterback's in a good spot. That'll change really quickly if that happens. But right now, my preseason expectation is win 7 of your first 9 games and have a chance when you get to the road game against Texas A&M to make the playoff. Bubba, is that too harsh?
I think your expectations are a little too high there.
Okay. And that's fine.
I think we're going to end up giving up another game at the minimum between Auburn or South Carolina.
And I do want to clarify, Bubba, or I just want to point out, my expectation is also not my prediction. I'm saying what I expect. I'm saying what would make me happy, what I could be good with. That's not me necessarily saying it's going to happen. But I'm just saying, again, we're in year 6.
We ain't got a quarterback.
We say we're in a good place with Josh Heupel, though. We spent all this money. I think it's completely reasonable for me to sit here as a reasonable sports fan. I'm not saying to go 10-2. I'm not even saying you have to win those last 3 games. I'm just saying get to 7-2 and we'll reassess. We'll roll the dice.
Losing to that Auburn team, Bubba, to me, that's a fireable offense.
I mean, they've got a damn good quarterback that comes in and transfers. They've got an electric young man. You don't trust Byron Brown? That's crazy.
That is a first-year coach, a coach
you got to face him. You got to face Lenore Sellers in South Carolina.
He can't throw the damn ball.
That's a first-year coach who without much of a roster coming into your building halfway through the season. You can't lose that game.
Okay, we got to pick between either freshman 1 or freshman 2.
Now, look.
We got an all-star running back room.
We got a 2-1 better roster than Auburn has.
Road game at South Carolina against Lenore Sellers. I think that's your 3rd toughest game during this stretch. Or at least the top 3 game between Texas, Alabama, and out South Carolina. I'm not going to say that's going to be a pushover. I've seen enough Tennessee road trips to South Carolina to know that.
Same here. Same with Arkansas.
I'm just saying you got to find a way to go 2-2 between Texas, at Arkansas, home for Alabama, and out South Carolina. I'm not saying you got to win all 4 of them. You just got to go 2-2.
I hate playing Arkansas and South Carolina on the road in the same year.
Yeah, they are scary places.
I hate the history of those 2
But
places.
I think Arkansas is going to be pretty terrible.
Well, they will be terrible, but, I mean, hell, they were terrible
they had
2 years ago, too.
Yeah, but they had At least had an NFL quarterback at that point.
They were terrible. Sam Pittman, you realize we're their only quality win in 10 years.
Yeah, bad luck. Cody went on the road and cursed the boys. I get it. I saw it.
It wasn't my fault. Hell, a damn quarterback run out of bounds. Couldn't even throw the ball. Last play of the game, he ran out of bounds.
It's really Jordan Ross's fault, really, if you want to get down to it. Him roughing that punter.
Jordan Ross.
He roughed that punter when we were about to get the ball back up 10.
Yeah, he did, didn't he?
They're going to take control of that game. Samson went right back down the field. We'd have been up 17.
That's a damn embarrassment.
We've been 11-1, probably getting to host in Neyland. Hell, he ruined everything.
Well, I figure I'll end up there again this fall.
Yeah?
I'll probably be over there.
I'm not going to be there.
Pencil in a loss.
I've never seen us win there.
Let's keep Cody away.
I've seen us lose 3 times.
That's your fantasy punishment. You can't go to that game this year.
But my buddies will be there.
Nope. Win the league.
I got to see my buddies.
That's a part of your punishment. You got to convince your buddies to come to Knoxville to watch the game.
Well, Clint came last year.
No. To watch the game in Arkansas.
To watch the Arkansas. What if I don't succeed? There ain't no way I can get them both over here.
You got to think of a new punishment.
Or you got to watch you can't go to any game this year.
It's a great home schedule, Bubba. I have
it is
to be
great
able
home
to
schedule.
attend games.
Nah.
Texas, LSU, Bama. Hell, I'm going to convince myself I want to go to that Auburn game by the time it rolls around.
It'll be a good game when it comes in.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's the 4th best home game on that schedule.
Especially if you beat Texas. I mean, hell, you might be 4-0.
I'm going to be broke.
You might be 4-0, top 10 in the country when Auburn comes. You never know.
I'm going to have to take out a loan for – this would be a great year to have season tickets.
Hour 2 in the books. We'll kick off hour 3 of some headlines. Stick with us. It's Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Check out our new and improved website at fanrunradio.com.
At Knoxville Insurance Group, they understand the challenges many consumers face when searching for insurance coverage. That's why whether it's for you, your family, or your business, they create a coverage plan specifically for your unique needs. Knoxville Insurance Group is an independent firm, which means they aren't beholden to just one insurance company. They search multiple companies acting as your negotiator to find you the best possible policy and price. Start a quote in minutes at KnoxvilleInsuranceGroup.com or call them today at 865-694-9788.
Smoky Mountain Brewery is the place to be for game day. From the moment you walk in, it's wall-to-wall big screens, making Smoky Mountain Brewery the perfect place to watch the Vols or your favorite team in action. With locations in Turkey Creek, Maryville, Pigeon Forge, and Gatlinburg, you're never far away from a great time at Smoky Mountain Brewery. Try one of their world-famous microbrews like Black Bear Ale, Mountain Light, or Cherokee Ale. Juicy burgers, wings that bring the heat, and delicious handmade pizzas made with hand-tossed crust from the freshest ingredients and their own special sauce from a secret recipe, topped off with hand-grated cheese and farm-fresh toppings. And don't forget, those famous microbrews are also available in kegs for your next party or in 6-packs and growlers to go. So grab your crew and head to Smoky Mountain Brewery and tell them Fan Run Radio sent you. Smoky Mountain Brewery. Eat local, eat good.
You're listening to FM 105.7 and AM 1340, WKGN Knoxville, and W289CU Knoxville, Fan Run Radio.
Hi, I'm Dr. Jacob Wilco at Knoxville Smiles. Have you ever wanted to improve the look of your smile? We know firsthand what the power of a great smile means to a person's confidence and health. Our team of doctors can provide you with an array of options for helping you achieve your cosmetic goals. From simply moving teeth into a better position, to reversible cosmetic bonding, to full mouth implant-supported dentures. It is our goal to help patients feel good about their appearance while achieving optimal health. Want to learn more? Call us at 865-539-1776 to schedule an evaluation, or visit us online at knoxvillesmiles.com.
Life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Round 3.
The world's greatest radio show. The world's greatest radio show in Tennessee.
Power rankings, Tuesday trivia. John Reed and Cody going wild, no Olivia. Wood grain on my leather seats. I got the whole team eating like I'm Johnny Eats. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ayy. Talk sports while I'm chewing a Zen. Ayy. Talk sports while I'm riding to work. All the ops take a ride in a hearse. East Knoxville. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Ayy. Morning booming from 7 to 10. Hey. Morning booming.
Hour number 3 kicking off here in the White Claw Hard Seltzer Studios. This batch of headlines brought to you by our friends over at Barley's. If you're looking for a place to play some trivia tonight, they got general team trivia. Go eat you some pizza, drink you a couple White Claws, play some trivia, win some prizes. If you can't make it out tonight, go tomorrow for sports trivia. Anybody can win it unless Cody and I are there. But I won't be there because I got to go to a wedding in Virginia. I told you yesterday, Cody, but I guess I'll tell the other boys I won't be here Friday. I'm out on Friday. If you guys want, you could probably get Maddie to sit in with you if you wanted. But
I love Maddie.
No, I do too. I'm just saying he'd probably be willing to come in and sit in. But I got to go to a wedding.
No.
I got like a 6.5 hour drive I got to do, and I got to be there by like 3 o'clock on Friday. So
yeah, Virginia's a big old long state.
Yeah. So I'm going halfway on Thursday night.
Unless you're going to Bristol, Virginia ain't as close as it seems.
Will not be going to Bristol. So I know I told you yesterday, but Sam, Bubba, I'm not going to be here Friday.
Which means if either of you call out, then I'm screwed.
I'm just kidding.
He's begging you. He's begging you to please.
If either of you get sick Thursday and don't feel like coming in Friday, my hands would be tied. Yeah,
as long as you had one of them.
2-man shows.
Yeah,
you
Maddie.
know how that is.
I know
hard.
Maddie. I know Maddie would be here. So.
I'll text Maddie. We'll get Maddie to come in. Bubba says no, though. Bubba doesn't want Maddie to come in. He says, "Why not, Bubba? What's the problem?"
Let me just talk to you about my boy Zay Flowers that I went to school with and my NBA friend here.
This guy's going to school with everybody.
Bubba was a great schoolmate.
No, not Bubba. Maddie.
Oh, Maddie was a great
Maddie's
schoolmate.
going to school with everybody.
Yeah,
Jalen
Bubba,
Carey, Zay
Carnes,
Flowers.
I was going to say you didn't have any. Deshaun Bishop, right? He was your schoolmate.
Yeah, you're just a wee lad when I was there.
I don't think I went to school with anybody that ever did anything. My friend Alex, I mean, she ended up being a lawyer.
Emily Ann Roberts.
Yeah.
You were the number 62 player in Arkansas.
You did something.
Yes, I was, Sam.
You're the host
Thank
of
you
the
for pointing that out.
You're the host of the longest running sports morning show and sports morning show in Knoxville.
I honestly might be the most this sounds ridiculous, but famous, quote unquote, famous of my classmates.
He just called himself famous.
Yeah, no, I'm not.
I've got 6,000 followers on Twitter.
I'm not saying that, but I'm saying of my classmates, that's what's crazy about it is I don't know of anybody that went on to do anything there's more successful people. I'm just
I would imagine
yeah,
so.
there's lawyers and
Yeah.
some of the girls I knew went on to be nurses. And
Yeah.
I'm not saying the success bar is higher.
Sure.
I'm just saying as far as
I don't know if they have waterfront property, but
well, I mean, that's right.
Hour 3 headlines. What you got for us?
Thank you, Jordan. John. Well, I was going to tell you, Jordan answered our question about Dexter Lawrence.
Okay, what'd he say?
He says potential fits would be Raiders and Bengals.
Bengals would be somewhat interesting. The Raiders, I mean, I don't feel like they're close to contention.
Okay. Yeah.
But okay.
Did you see this Lehigh baseball game last night? I know you didn't see it probably, but have you seen what happened?
I'm scrolling my memory.
Sam?
All the videos I
Boba?
saw.
Anybody familiar with the Lehigh baseball game last night?
No, I'm not.
Was there 31-4 where they scored 10 runs or 13 runs on 10 hits or something?
Close. The final was 38-6. Lehigh baseball set a Division I record by scoring 20 runs in the first inning. 20 runs in the first inning. Could you imagine scoring 20 runs in one inning, the first inning? What a start to the game. 38-6, and then scoring another 18 after that. Hell of a win they had over Coppin State Tuesday.
Okay.
8 of their players reached base in the top of the first inning. 5 runs were scored, and the Eagles made a pitching change before recording the first out. The remaining 15 runs came across before out 2. Runs 4 through 16 were all scored on walks.
I know it's not
hit by pitches or wild pitches.
I know it's not a sports culture thing, but man, like, wouldn't things be so much better if after that happened, the team could just be like, you know what, we quit. There's no shame in this. Let's just go home. You beat us. Few things in competition seem as dignified as chess, right? Don't you think of chess as a dignified game, a game of gentlemen?
I mean, that's what they say.
No.
Okay, so sad.
Magnus Carlsen does like the BS where he takes all the way up until the final seconds to try to give you anxiety.
That's
mental
gamemanship. That's not. That's competitiveness. That's fine. I did like him taking a selfie with a girl and then immediately telling the judges she had a phone, which is against the rules. You see, they're sitting down for a competition.
I definitely did not see that.
And she was like, "Will you take a selfie with me?" So they took a selfie, and then you could see if he immediately calls the judge over, like, "Hey, she's got a phone," and they make her give her phone up.
Did he smile?
For the selfie, yeah. She ended up posting the selfie.
I think that's fair.
Yeah,
he let her. She got her picture.
Yeah.
And he smiled and said, "Okay." And then,
but then like a couple of minutes go by before they start, and he gets up and goes tells the judges, like, "Hey, she's got a phone."
Yeah,
that's against the rules. But like in chess, I consider that a gentleman's game, a dignified game. In chess, when you're beat, the honorable thing to do is you knock over your king and you resign. You don't have to play it out to the end. When you're beat, you know you're beat. There's no shame in quitting. That's actually there's shame in not quitting whenever you're out, whenever you're bested.
I mean, we have a run rule.
Yeah, but that's not the team. The team should be able to say, like, throw in the white flag. Throw in the towel, wave the white flag.
What about the never quit mantra?
I think it's dumb. Sometimes you should quit in life.
If you have a no end game,
yeah, like there's no value
or a dead end job.
There's no value in teaching people to keep ramming their head into a brick wall. It's a brick wall.
I feel you.
It's not going to go down. You're gonna give yourself a concussion. Find a new path.
So you're saying in boxing, once the other guy hits you really, really hard and you start seeing stars, you don't have to get up and keep taking it.
That happens all the time. The good corners throw the towel in. They call the fight.
Yeah, but then the Rocky movies would have never been.
Well, the Rocky movies wouldn't have happened, but hell, that man was poor. He was fighting for his life, and his trainer believed in him. But the corner throws in the towel all the time in boxing. Hell, there was that one video that went viral, and I don't know if I agreed with this guy or not. But the second round started, he just walked out of the ring and walked back into the dressing room and retired. He said, "That's enough for me."
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah. I think it's more honorable than just sitting there and getting your heads beat in and having long-term damage. It's more practical for sure.
Listen to this. They literally had one of us out there pitching. Listen to this. Runs 4 through 16 were all scored on walks, hit by pitches, or wild pitches.
And see, now they're just
that literally could have been one of us out there.
They didn't get any better from doing this. They didn't learn any lessons. They got embarrassed.
38-6.
Yeah, like that.
That's a football score.
That's not any good. I do think that we should destigmatize waving the white flag. Just saying, hey, you know what? We're good. We're all right. We don't need to do this anymore. You've beaten us. You've bested us. You're the better man. I yield. Hell, we let people surrender in war. We don't make soldiers go out there and just keep fighting until everybody dies. You're allowed to say, you know what? You got us. We're good. It's yours.
Well, another thing we should destigmatize is not allowing Kanye West to have a second chance. And he has had to postpone his concert in France amid Nazi backlash.
It does seem strange that he is like, hey, I'm doing this big comeback tour, and I'm immediately going to Europe where I offended everybody, where they take the Nazi stuff way more seriously than we do here in America.
I wonder why.
Hell, there's a group of people that kind of like it in America. Like, we are okay.
We don't get attacked on our soil. France, you talk about waving the white flag. France is the king of waving the white flag.
So, like,
we quit.
I don't know if he connected those dots or if, like, that music festival offered to have him out there. And he's like, this will be a great comeback. There'll be less pressure than America, blah, blah, blah. Like, somebody should be like, hey, bro, they're not going to be forgiving over here with all your Nazi sympathizing stuff. They don't really care about your mental health. That seems dumb. Mexico seemed to not really care. Mexico had sold out shows. SoFi had sold out shows. Like, they were okay with it. California and Mexico was receptive. I don't understand why he was like, I'm going to go overseas and test this out. Why not just do some more American shows?
Sharon Moore has his felonies dropped. He was sentenced yesterday to 18 months of probation. The former Michigan head coach. Also told to have no contact with Paige Shiver or Sheaver or whoever the girl was. No jail, and the judge praised his wife for her sticking with Moore through it all. You, sir, take her for granted, the judge said to Sharon. Also, the NCAA announces tampering violations that occurred at Iowa under head coach Kirk Ferentz. It will include vacated wins from the 2023 season. Any thoughts on the felony charges dropped on Sharon Moore?
No. I mean, I'm sure he had a good lawyer. I don't think that changes anything about, like, him being ostracized from the coaching community for a good while. Do you think he'll ever get a job at a Power 4 school?
As an assistant?
Yeah, just a job. Just a job.
Yeah, I think he could get a job.
Okay.
He'll never be a head coach again.
When do you think he'll get a job? How soon? Do you think he'll get a job by 2028?
Probably as soon as he calls Nick Saban. Nick Saban's not coaching anymore, so he can't do the rehabilitation
Lane Kiffin's
thing.
the new go-to name there.
Yeah.
Lane Kiffin will hire him. Do you think he's on a staff at all by 2028?
Yeah.
Yeah?
I would bet yes. I
Okay.
think he gets a football job somewhere doing something.
Sam, do you concur?
Yeah.
Okay.
Who's more? Who gets a job first in their respective fields? Sharon Moore or Diana Russini?
Russini will be back soon. Russini will be doing something because she ain't got enough money to sit around and not work.
But she won't be a journalist again.
No, but she can be
a media member.
Yeah,
yes.
she'll be a take giver.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Sharon Moore's not going to get another job.
I was going to say,
I don't think
crazy
he's
Cody
a good
says,
enough, like, just football coach in general to
You don't think he can get a job as a linebacker's assistant somewhere at some school?
I just don't see.
I like Norfolk State.
Well, let's say he does the
Or
Norfolk
Mike Vick.
State job. He does a good job, and then he's had one job. Maybe a Power 4 school hires him.
Southern Miss.
I just don't know. It is crazy that you think yes, though, and I'm not saying you're wrong, but it's just like the stigma. I remember, like, when the stories coming out, we're like, he's never going to coach again, and now, like, we're a couple months removed, and coach's like, yeah, he'll be on a team in 2 years.
Do you think a guy filling out his coaching staff, when you get down to like a positional coach, they're going to be like, do we want to roll the dice with Sharon Moore and have this become like a headline around our program that we've got Sharon Moore? Or do we feel like we just have another worthy candidate that's probably as good of a coach as Sharon Moore?
No legitimate schools really tried to hire Art Briles, and Art Briles had obviously proven way more as a head coach than Moore has.
Yeah, but you don't think
and Art Briles wasn't the one actually doing the crimes. Like,
you don't think
Art Briles wasn't, running a very clean program, and you can argue about whether or not he knew stuff and whatever, but, like, he wasn't the one accused of the crimes. He wasn't the felon.
Well, there's no sexual assault involved with Sharon Moore, right?
Stalking and physical assault was accused, but, like, not sexual assault. No.
You don't think Art could have gotten a job as like an offensive assistant somewhere?
One place tried to hire him at the D2, D3 level and, like, got nixed. Like, he got that job in, like, Italy or France trying to coach football, and that got nixed. Like, people would not let him get hired.
Well, part of the thing with Art Briles, I mean, at least the way I remember it, was just like they talked about how rotten of a, like, disgusting program that
Sure.
and he just didn't care and all this stuff. Like,
Yeah.
Sharon obviously had a really bad day. He made some mistakes,
Yeah.
but I don't think anybody talks like I don't know. Maybe so.
If it was just him having sex with a staffer, I think he'd have survived. But it was like all the stuff attached to it, and then all the leaked messages and all the extra stuff that came along with just that.
Do you believe time heals all wounds?
No.
Okay.
There's some hurt you can cause that time alone cannot heal, my friend.
Okay. Well, Joe Biden is under fire for saying that a university trustee at some school looked like Barack Obama because the guy was black. Biden's still doing speaking engagements.
That's what I was going to say. Who the hell is paying him to come speak right now?
ESPN would pay him until he decided to retire if he wanted to.
The guy didn't totally not look like Barack Obama.
And why do you say that?
I thought he looked like Barack Obama in the face a little bit.
Like, if you think of, like, Barack Obama from a Key and Peele sketch, I think this guy would maybe, like, I could see him playing.
Yeah. What if the guy was white? What if his face looked exactly the same, but he was white?
Wow, that's a white version of Barack Obama.
Do you think you would have said that?
Probably.
All right, let's see here.
I don't know.
Does it have a is TMZ going to include a picture here? Let's see. I'm watching the video.
Yeah, he looks a little bit like Barack. I see it.
I haven't seen this yet.
I think Bubba's right. Like, he does kind of look like he's doing a Key and Peele skit of Barack Obama.
He could look a little bit like Barack. I mean,
is he bringing him up on stage?
You know, I wouldn't go as far to say like, oh wow, that's his doppelganger.
Yeah,
but like,
he resembles Barack Obama. Like, it's not just him being black. Like, it's also like he's tall and slender.
I think his face, like a little bit.
Face. He's got a little gray in his hair, like Barack did. Like,
possibly Hawaiian.
Like, I don't even be black.
I think Joe Biden's had a lot worse blunders in terms of the media than being like, oh look, this guy looks like Barack Obama.
Are we sure this guy's black?
Are you sure he's black?
Are we sure this guy's black?
He
I
looks
probably
black.
said possibly Hawaiian. Could be Islander.
Well, Barack's got a little Hawaiian in him, doesn't he?
Very strange. I'm curious to see how the guy felt getting brought up on stage and being told he looks like Barack Obama.
I'm sure he didn't think it was a big deal. But I don't know. Billy Napier says it's nice to be at a place that has positive culture and confidence among players and alignment from top to bottom.
Shots fired, Florida. Take that.
And a new report says the majority of men ages 18 to 49, that would be all of us, now report having an active online sportsbook betting account.
Over half of adults?
Over half. 52% of men aged 18 to 49 have a sports betting account.
I saw someone tweet this and they said, you mean minus 110?
Nice.
Does that number shock you?
No, I'm sitting here trying to think about it.
I kind of thought it'd be more.
It says all men, though. I think it is a little shocking.
Yeah, when you consider how many men out here, like if you told me
watch sports,
they got all these grease monkeys out here just changing oil and stuff. Even all those guys, half of those guys,
or just the theater guys that don't care at all about sports ball, as they call it. Like,
yeah, I'm Robin Hood. It's like, I mean, yeah, 52%'s a lot.
Who did that study? Or is that just like an official?
It is from Siena.
Okay. I think they're pretty.
Siena survey.
I want to say Siena's. So it's a survey.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. To me, a survey doesn't necessarily mean there's 52%. I didn't know if they took the number of American men and like could cross-reference it with how many sports accounts there are or whatever and kind of figured it out. If 52% was accurate, that would be a little bit of a jarring number. Especially because it specified active as well. Not just like, oh, I downloaded it when it first happened. Nah, it wasn't really for me. I don't use it. To me, active means they're like using it.
Well, I don't know. I don't know the details of it, but we do love our sports betting.
Advertising works. Advertising works. Good batch of headlines. Anything else?
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, then. Overrated, underrated. Coming up next.
For the fans, by the fans. This is Fan Run Radio.
Knoxville.
Hey, Vols fans, Cody Brown here. I grew up right here in Tennessee and know what it means when someone says, I've got your back. That's why you can trust Farm Bureau Insurance of Tennessee. Whether it's your home, your vehicle, your family's future, or the business you built from the ground up, we will show up for all of your insurance needs. We are Tennesseans who understand what matters, which is doing right by you. Insurance is not all about just paperwork and policies, but it's about the people we insure every day. So if you want insurance that hits home, give me a call at 865-992-3871. Go Vols.
Located in Knoxville's historic Old City, Barley's offers great food, live music, the best draft beer selection in town, and now your new favorite place to watch sports. Their indoor projector is perfect for any weather, and they've revamped their upstairs area with more TVs to take in all of the action. Their menu features hand-battered chicken tenders, juicy burgers, fresh salads, and the tastiest pizza in Knoxville. You can enjoy their happy hour drink specials daily from open until 6 p.m. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
A brand built in Tennessee and born from the love of the game. Inward Half revolutionizes golfing comfort. Crafted by a former pro and dedicated enthusiast just like you, our luxury performance wear guarantees you stay cool and comfortable through every swing and every day. We're not just a brand. We've set out to create a lifestyle for those who understand that impeccable style and premium performance are a hole-in-one. Enjoy the walk-in with Inward Half.
Your tax refund belongs to you, not an identity thief. Over $6 billion in tax refunds were flagged by the IRS for possible identity theft last year. If you're in a bind this tax season, LifeLock can help. They monitor and alert you to identity threats you'd miss on your own, even if you're careful with your personal information. And if you do become a victim of tax-related identity fraud, LifeLock has U.S.-based restoration specialists ready to help solve your identity theft issue. Plus, all LifeLock plans are backed by the $1 Million Protection Package, meaning LifeLock will reimburse you up to the limits of your plan if you lose money due to identity theft. Let LifeLock help protect your financial info, so all you have to worry about is what you do with your tax refund. Go to LifeLock.com, save up to 25% off your first year. The promo code is HERD, promo code HERD, to save up to 25% off your first year. LifeLock.com. Identity theft protection starts here.
Yeah, it's another day, but what kind of day is it really? A day of doom scrolling? Laundry day? Nah, it's a White Claw day. Light and refreshing tasting, uniquely cold way filtered. There's an iconic flavor for everyone. So grab a pack, grab your friends. Make the most of each day with those who matter most. When you're together with White Claw, every day is a once-in-a-lifetime experience. You just gotta grab it. White Claw. Grab life by the claw. Please drink responsibly. Hard seltzer with flavors. White Claw Seltzer Works, Chicago, Illinois.
Fan Run Radio, where Big Orange Country comes to talk sports. Start your morning off with your daily dose of talk sports with John Reed and Cody McClure from 8 to 11. Then it's Tony Basilio from 11 to 1. The Playbook with William Pattison from 1 to 3. And The Drive from 3 to 6. It's 10 hours of hard-hitting local sports radio every day, right here on the flagship station for Tennessee fans. This is Fan Run Radio, Knoxville.
On 3 with a couple of Tennessee tidbits. Can I interest you in that? It's Tennessee basketball tidbits. Sam,
Yeah,
you
bet.
interested? Bubba shaking his head no, he doesn't care.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, I was doing the old feed me, please.
Come on now.
Open up.
Where's the tidbit?
Open wide.
Bubba wants that tidbit right in his mouth.
All right, a couple things that we've been talking about, but Pete Nakos, obviously a respected national reporter, and whenever he puts it out there, it, to me, means that there's things trending in the right direction whenever he's willing to go out and actually say it. This is going to be just me reading what he says.
I prefer Pete Clothes. Didn't really hit.
I can't imagine Nakos
Nakos
doing much hitting either, to be honest. Tennessee is prepared to spend well over $10 million and up to potentially $15 million to put together the 2026-2027 basketball roster.
How much money?
Well over 10, up to 15.
I heard we'd go up to 20.
Well, I will say the thing I've noticed about Nakos is that it does seem like he is way more conservative on the numbers.
Yeah, Tony Basilio told me he'd go up to 20.
When he talks about Juke Harris, he talks about Juke Harris being in the $3 million range, and I've heard much higher for Juke Harris. So, like, I think it's smart for these schools in Tennessee and these schools to try to keep the numbers down a little bit. You don't want it to get out like, oh yeah, Tennessee's willing to pay Juke Harris $5 million because then everybody wants more money. So it would be smart to kind of keep those numbers on the conservative side. So I agree with what you said about the 10 to 15 seems a little low, actually, from what people are actually saying. But either way,
Tennessee willing to spend $50 million.
Yeah, you don't want to say that because then all of a sudden the price goes up.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So keep the numbers on the low end whenever you're doing this reporting, please. The biggest wild card for the Vols is Nate Ament, who is expected to go through the NBA draft process. But if he doesn't receive the grades he's looking for, Tennessee would be well positioned to bring him back.
No. You're not going to trick me again. I heard the same thing with Ty Simpson. I will not be fooled again. Nate Ament is going to the NBA to become a professional basketball player.
My take has been well documented. I think I was kind of the first person to start beating the drum for Nate to come back, honestly. But I feel the same way about Ty Simpson. I think that he probably been better off coming back to college. Now, Dante Moore taking his name out of the draft maybe opens him up to be quarterback number 2, and maybe he ends up going top 15 and everything will be okay. But also I think the drastic difference of the sport and the shelf life matters too. But either way, I digress. Also, like if you're a quarterback getting drafted lower in the first round, that's actually better for you because you go to a better team. If you're an NBA player getting drafted lower in the first round, that's usually bad for you because then you're a bench player. Typically is how that works.
Mm-hmm. I see.
Like if Dalton Connect, for example, had been drafted number 2 or 3 overall, he probably would have got a lot of minutes on a bad team getting to play. Instead, he went to a good team like the Lakers, and guess what? They didn't really want to play him.
I see, said the blind horse.
If Nate Ament gets drafted like number 2 or 3 overall, guess what? He's a franchise player. They'll start building around him and let him grow. If he goes somewhere like number 14 to the Thunder, guess what? The Thunder ain't going to really play him.
Right.
The Thunder will make him a big
Ain't got no room.
Well, right. Like in some of those teams like the Thunder are picking right there in the 14th spot. So like if they draft him, they're not going to give him room to go out there and make mistakes. He'll be a guy that maybe gets 10 minutes a game at most. The Hawks, for example, drafted Asa Newell at number 19 overall. Not the same type of prospect, but he's basically only gotten to play 10 games, 15 games. And the Hawks aren't even that good.
I will reserve merely 5% of hope for Nate Ament.
And that's fine. Back. I still think it's more, I still think it's dramatically more likely that he ends up going to the NBA. But I do stand 10 toes down that he should come back to school. I do firmly believe that. And that's not even me being a Tennessee fan. That's
you
just
don't
me.
have 10 toes.
Yeah, I do.
You only have 9 toes.
You want to count them?
I've seen that fungi foot.
I still got all the toes on it.
You got 5 on one side, 4 on the other.
I'll stick it right in your mouth.
Ooh.
Here's 5.
Yuck.
Here's 5 coming your way.
Get away from me, creep.
Here's 5.
Get on.
Go.
Get away from me. Oh.
There's 5. You count those. I'll take my sock off and show the other 5 too. Count these 2 while you're at it.
I don't want to see.
Boy.
I don't want to see.
Here's 10.
I don't want to see.
Here's 10.
Show the camera while you're at it.
I can't show them the other side.
Look at those feet. Somebody's going to get some real joy out of this. Oh, not on my desk. Yeah. Gross.
Count them. 10 toes down.
You're welcome, pervs.
I do think he should come back to school. I vehemently disagree with this coach, Greg Polinsky. I like G-Reg. Nothing personal, but I do think it would be a big, big difference if he came back and got drafted in the top 4 or top 5 next year versus a top 12, top 10 this year. But Nako says that Tennessee is going to be well positioned if he does decide to come back. He's going to go through the process.
Okay.
But says Barnes not waiting to build out the rest of his roster
What if we had Nate Ament, Juke Harris, Tyler Tanner, and all those bigs?
I don't think you're gonna get Tyler Tanner, Juke Harris, and Nate Ament, but hell, who knows? Maybe you will.
What if we just got two of them?
It'd be nice to have a really good team. Yeah, like it. The boosters are willing to pay.
Which two would you rather have of the three?
I would do bad things to have Nate Ament and Tyler Tanner.
So forget Juke Harris.
Well, I'm not gonna say forget him,
but like if it's those
three, if it's those three, Tyler Tanner's a stud, and I love Nate Ament, and I think Nate Ament would solve some of your size problems and your wing problems because he's a really good player. And I think he's going to be a lot better next year than he was his first year.
More realistic, we get two of the three or none of the three?
More realistic, two of the three.
Okay.
I'm very confident we get one of the three. Now, the one might end up being Juke Harris, who, no disrespect to Juke if he's listening, if I'm power ranking them, he would be my third choice of those three players. Is that fair to say, Sam? That's fair, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's not even me saying Juke's not good. I'm just saying he'd be three on that list because Tyler Tanner's a stud and Nate Ament's a stud. And they've proven it at high levels. Plus, we need a point guard worse than we need like a 6'7".
Add in Tyler Lundblade, Day Ames, a couple of bigs. We got a Final Four team.
Well, there's ingredients out here that Rick's trying to cook with. We'll see what ends up coming. But Nakos went on to say Barnes is not waiting to build out his roster. Tennessee is trending to land the Notre Dame forward Jalen Harrelson. We talked about him yesterday.
That's another guy, yeah.
Truly Donovan, College Basketball Insider, went ahead and called it and said Tennessee's getting Harrelson. Usually he's right about stuff. He said that yesterday.
Now, I had heard, and I don't know if it's 100% accurate, but that Harrelson and Juke Harris were a little bit of a package.
I've not heard that at all.
Not at all?
Well, I haven't seen
anything like that?
Not saying that it's not true. I'm just saying I haven't heard that at all.
I might have misheard that, and I don't think it's explicitly that like they're a package deal, but maybe I'd heard that they know each other or like they're buddies or something. I don't know. I could be wrong. Maybe I shouldn't have even said it on the radio.
Yeah, because now somebody else is going to say, I heard Cody say this.
Well, we got Harrelson. That means we're getting Juke Harris, too.
About Juke Harris, he writes in, the Vols, along with Michigan and North Carolina, are working hard to land a commitment from the number 3 available player in the portal. Speaking with multiple sources on Tuesday, there is growing confidence that Tennessee can close this out. Typically, that's NACO speak for it's going to happen. We'll see. Everything is fluid. We know that. Like it's kind of a running meme, but it is true.
Not rocks.
This stuff can change on a dime. So we'll see. Also, it does appear that VCU guard Terrence Hill Jr. made it out of Kansas without committing. He's scheduled to visit Tennessee next. So I saw William report that as well. Like
just no service on the plane.
Just no service on the plane.
Juke and Harrelson have the same agent, writes Bob.
Okay.
Thank you, Bob.
That doesn't scream package deal to me, but it does.
Yeah, not necessarily.
But it does scream that there's at least some type of connection there.
Yeah.
Now, maybe, honestly, if you wanted to look at the glass half empty, you could say that maybe works against them being a package duo because you'd want to maximize the money each one could get.
For the agent.
Yeah, they're kind of taken away from each other at one school. Hey, you can get $3 million. Both of you can get $3 million each at Tennessee, or you can get 4 here and 4 there.
Yeah, and that's more money for me.
Right.
Said agent.
So we'll see. So there's your update. Terrence Hill Jr. is a option at guard. Someone who would probably come in here and try to run point guard.
He's the VCU
correct
player.
He was visiting with Kansas, and you were really hoping he didn't shut it down and commit to Kansas, and it appears that did not happen. He's making it to Knoxville to visit.
Now, was he one of the guys that helped with that big surge they had against North Carolina, the comeback in the tournament?
He was. He
played well in that game?
I thought you were going to ask if he was one of the guys that took them to the Final Four a decade ago.
Oh, no. No. I mean, we see a lot of older players these days, but none that old.
Yeah.
That guy be in his 30s by now.
Well, sometimes you're dumb. But he scored 34 points against North Carolina.
That wasn't very nice.
We'll focus on the other part.
It's hard to when you make such a mean statement.
Terrence Hill Jr., you asked if he was a big part of the comeback against North Carolina. He scored 34 points. Had 5 rebounds, had 5 assists.
There you go. That's the guy you want on your team. What do you make of Barnes going after more offensive type of players in this new evolution?
I think we had that discussion during the season. I think you saw Dan Hurley kind of say it of like, hey, give me offensive players and I'll teach them to play good enough defense. And I think Rick Barnes has shown that he can get by with Chaz Lanier and Dalton Connect maybe not being great on defense. Go get the stud offensive players and trust your coaching. Trust all of that to get the defense to be at a good enough level.
Maybe have a few more 92 to 88s this season.
Now, I do think you need to still have a rim protector. So, I am worried about that. But there's your Pete and Akos updates. Sam, overrated, underrated, fire it off. We'll play a little abbreviated version.
Overrated. Very overrated.
It's overrated.
Overrated, my friend.
Overrated. I'm going to tell you why. I think that's a solid rated right there. It's perfect rated. He underrated, man. He got some swag. He has some real swag.
Lobsters are underrated. They don't die.
They thought they could silence me. Well, they can't. It's overrated. Underrated here on tax day. Don't forget to do it because I still haven't done mine. Anyways, gentlemen, how are you doing? You doing okay?
Thanks for asking, Bubba.
Of course.
We're 2.5 hours in.
You could switch up on a dime, you know?
Yeah.
You might have some disorders going on.
Life isn't a straight line, Cody. Sometimes there's twists and turns.
Yeah,
Cody,
there
I
are
want to
peaks and
know,
valleys.
do you think that RVs are overrated or underrated?
It's a great topic for me, Bubba, because I thought heavily recently about living in an RV, and I'm going to say probably overrated, and I'll tell you why. I would love to do the on-the-road life. I would like to do that at some point in my life. I couldn't do #van life because I think those Sprinter vans are just too small. You at least get a lot more space in an RV. But as someone who has lived in confined spaces over the last several years and who now has a nice waterfront property, it's nice to there's little things you don't even think about that are big inconveniences. Not being able to do dishes properly, not being able to wash clothes, having to go to laundromats. Like, I can live pretty minimalist. And I know in an RV, you at least would have a kitchen sink where you could wash your dishes. But little things like that we take for granted end up being very big annoyances when you don't have them. And so I think that would get old after a while. And because of that, I'll say overrated on the RV life. Space. We need a little space as humans, I think.
Well,
we need a little space. And different cultures live different ways. I mean, look at these people in Asia stacked on top of each other.
I think a part of the appeal of the RV is that you would have space, right?
Well, you'd have space outside.
Right. That like you'd spend most of your time outside.
You would, yeah.
Like my mom doesn't necessarily have an RV. She had an RV and she sold it, but she's got like she basically bought this like campsites where they give you kind of an RV/trailer that doesn't really move, but like you can, it's like a vacation community up on the river. And like when she goes up there, she basically says, I only go inside when I sleep. Otherwise, I'm pretty much just sitting outside out in the wilderness. So like I feel like in the RV would be a similar concept of like you drive somewhere, you're parked in the park, and then you're kind of out of the RV doing stuff most of the time.
Well, if you're a hiker or if you're an explorer, I mean, it all depends on the individual, and it all depends on what you're willing to sacrifice.
How easy is it just to drive these around, these RVs?
Probably about like driving a bus. I mean,
yeah.
Depends on the type of RV. See, that's another thing. What amenities do you have? Like, there's so many different variables.
That
could be a sick Uber ride.
An RV?
Yeah. I mean, a long-term one. I wonder if you could pay, at that point, you might as well just rent one, I guess. But, like, could you pay somebody to RV you around the country? Like, hey, I want to Uber. I want to do a road trip, but I don't like driving. I'll pay you to drive me in this RV.
Oh, I'm sure there's got
to be some type of service.
I'm sure there's a
that.
service for that. There's a service for anything.
I just wonder what the average time spent somewhere in an RV is. Like, how long do you stay there before you move and drive somewhere else? I doubt people are really driving them every day, but maybe. I don't know. I imagine you stay somewhere at least a weekend or a couple of days.
Yeah, it just depends on what your objective is. Like I said, there's too many variables to really say, for sure if it's overrated or underrated.
What's the smallest vehicle you would do your cross country travel in?
I mean, I've traveled across the country in a Honda.
Well, I'm saying like you're talking about wanting to do it like long term or whatever at some point.
Like a Sprinter van. I mean, I could do that for a little while. See, I think me and you are vastly different when it comes to this. Like, I think I could live that life I could definitely do it for a year.
There wouldn't be enough airflow for me.
I think it'd be tough for you because, like, you like to sit at home and watch TV. Like, that's a thing you like to do. And I think that would get really old in an RV, like, really quick, if you weren't out doing things all day. Like, you talk about your mom, she's out doing stuff. I think it'd be tough for you.
Probably. I've got no desire to do it.
Yeah. I'd like to do it about a year. I could do it a year, or, even maybe like 6 months. But
I like doing things, but I like doing things for about 3 hours.
Yeah, there's little
After
things.
3 hours, it's time for me to get back home.
Well, and does the RV have a shower? See, if the RV has a shower, it's going to be a small, uncomfortable shower.
I was going to say the bathroom to me is definitely the biggest deterrent here.
Does it have a toilet, or do you, every time you got to take a dump, you got to go over to the communal toilet?
But I've got nomad blood in my veins. My grandpa just lived in a van for a long time. Like, he had a house, but he pretty much just slept in his van.
Yeah,
and he'd drive around, and he'd show up outside the farm and just be parked up there on the hill and be like, oh, Papa's here. And he'd stay at the campgrounds all the time. Like, he did that a lot. My brother did that a lot for a long time. My mom, it's that side of the family. My mom's side of the family got a little nomad in on my dad's side, not so much. And I tend to be more on that side, I think. But I do have some nomad blood in me.
I got a lot of nomad in me.
I just like the air condition too much. And I just don't trust good airflow in an RV or a van. The one night I slept in a Sprinter van outside of going to the Georgia game, it may literally be the worst night of my life. The 2 nights I spent in that van were god-awful. I enjoyed being with my friends. It was cool to have some camaraderie, but, like, it was 2 of the worst nights of my life. The first night, didn't really sleep at all. The second night, we got our ass kicked by Georgia in 2022. Didn't really sleep at all. Woke up from my little bench, and my foot was real swollen. I don't know what the hell was going on with that.
Gout.
Maybe, but that's the only time it's ever done it. I feel like if you have gout, it does it more than just once, but I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. I tried to lay up in that little van. It was like a damn coffin. It was just like the ceiling was like a foot, like 6 inches in front of me. I couldn't.
Was it a bunk?
Yeah.
You were like,
it was a big ass Sprinter van that had like 6 bunk beds. And you just like basically slid into your little coffin.
Yeah.
And I was like, I had to get out.
Are you claustrophobic?
Yeah, I think so. Plus, I'm a big toss and turner when I sleep.
I wouldn't have been able to be on the top. My belly would have been.
You
hitting
wouldn't
the
have been
roof.
able to. Yeah, you'd have been on the bench with me. I slept on a little like seat bench and just slept out there because I was like, I can't be in that little. I toss and turn too much, but also I don't like being held down.
Well, plus if you fall off, then you know.
Well, gonna be no falling out. You had to make a real effort to get out. I don't think you would have fallen out. But that was maybe literally the worst night of my life. Definitely top 5 or bottom 5, depending on how you look at it. Bubba, anything else?
I don't know.
Silence. Just kidding. Go ahead. I'm not going to silence you. Go ahead.
Cowboy hats.
You know, I love cowboy hats. And every time I see Brock Lesnar come out with a cowboy hat, I'm like, man, he looks cool in a cowboy hat, even though, like, you know, he takes it off immediately. But I think cowboy hats are cool. Properly rated. I think everybody acknowledges they're pretty cool.
Cowboy hat's overrated.
Yeah.
Whenever Tom, Dick, and Harry can wear one, it becomes overrated. I mean,
You're talking about the people.
Well, you go to Nashville.
You're talking about the people, though, not the hat.
You go to Nashville. You go to Austin, Texas. Well, that's the thing. It's like
anybody can wear anything.
Yeah, but
that's like saying tennis shoes are overrated. Anybody can wear tennis shoes.
Well, it's like Back in Black by AC/DC. It's not necessarily a bad song, but it's annoying because you've heard it 22,000 times. And the cowboy hat is like that for me. When
Sam,
literally
overrated,
everyone
underrated.
can have one.
T-shirts. Well, anybody can wear one. Overrated. T-shirts are stupid.
Yeah, they're overrated. T-shirts are overrated too.
Cars,
you
overrated.
See me wearing a T-shirt.
Anybody can drive one. You see them all on the road all the time.
Yeah, gotta agree with that too.
You're not talking about the hat. You're talking about the people that wear the hat.
It's a little bit ridiculous.
I feel cool when I'm in my hat.
Yeah, well, you're that type of guy. It's a little bit ridiculous. I'm not that type of guy.
I've got the credentials. I got a damn cow tattooed on me, brother.
It's a little bit ridiculous.
See his cow tattooed on me?
You feel good about blocking everyone's view behind you?
It is weird. It is weird, like in a setting like that, but it's not that different than just wearing a hat. It's not like super tall. It's not a top hat. It's just a little bit taller.
To the side.
It's a little bit taller.
I just think it's a little bit ridiculous walking around the year in 2026 with a cowboy hat on. Like, you don't see me dressed up as a Viking.
I'm kind of with Cody. I don't think cowboy hats are practical unless you're doing cowboy stuff.
Unless you're a cowboy, unless you're out there in Kansas or Oklahoma.
If you are one of those people, it's sick.
Yeah, respectfully,
if you're a real cowboy,
none of you guys could pull it off. Looks or
we're not
lifestyle.
cowboys.
Yeah, well, that's what I'm saying. You guys wouldn't understand.
You're not a cowboy either.
I have plenty of cowboy, buddy.
Yeah, you worked on the farm for a bit, but you're not
my whole life. I get a cow tattooed on me.
Okay, but you are not a cowboy. You are not an active cowboy.
I didn't claim to be an active cowboy. I'm saying my credentials pass. I can wear it. I feel okay when I wear it. You guys would feel out of place wearing them.
I mean, I grew up on a farm.
You'd feel out of place wearing it. You just said it yourself.
My granddad had cattle, but I don't claim to be a cowboy.
You just said yourself you'd feel out of place wearing it.
Yeah, I don't claim to be a cowboy.
feel out of place when I wear it.
Okay, but you're not a cowboy. I'm just saying.
Define cowboy. What the hell does that even mean? I don't ride horses and
out
do
there
rodeos.
roping cattle and doing the whole thing out there in West Texas or wherever.
It taps me into my heritage. I love it. I walk a little taller when I wear mine.
Yeah. I think you're too old to be wearing a cowboy hat.
Too old. The older I get, the more I want to wear one.
If you're a kid or if you are on a bachelorette party or if you are a cowboy.
The older I get, the more I want to wear one.
Do you think that past people in your family are thinking like, man, this guy that talks into a microphone doesn't deserve to be able to wear a cowboy hat like I did?
There might be some truth to that, but also they'd be like, wow, he's carrying the family legacy. He's paying homage to the family a little bit, the bloodline.
What do we think about country singers wearing cowboy hats?
I like it.
If they're not real.
Define real. What the hell is a real cowboy?
George Strait's got his cowboy hat.
He looks great in a cowboy hat.
Well, he's got the pass. He's got his cowboy hat pass.
Why the hell's he got a pass?
Because he's George freaking Strait.
He didn't write any of his songs.
Like a test to be able to wear a cowboy hat.
He didn't write any of his damn songs. What's George Strait done this country? Did I miss him in the rodeo?
He sang great cowboy songs.
Okay. So what?
He's in the culture. He's a part of the
culture. He's cosplaying. He's doing the same thing you're accusing everybody else of.
No.
He ain't done no country stuff.
Got his pass. He's got his pass.
He don't even write his damn songs.
He's got his pass.
He ain't no real damn troubadour. He just sings songs.
It's like when a white guy gets the cookout pass from a black guy. You know, George Strait's got his pass.
He does a better job of cosplaying. That's true.
He wrote great, or he sang.
He wrote what? Yeah, he didn't write nothing.
Well, he sang great.
He had to have real country people write the country songs for him. He couldn't write them.
Yeah, but he's a great singer.
He is a great singer. I'm not denying that.
He sang great cowboy songs.
I just don't know what makes him more acceptable to wear a cowboy hat than somebody else.
More acceptable than Garth Brooks.
Garth Brooks is in the damn rodeo. He used to ride broncs.
You know, there's an actual book about looking into him being a serial killer.
And he actually wrote some of his songs. Not all of them, but he wrote Much Too Young to Feel This Damn Old. That's at least a bop.
That's actually gaining steam, him potentially being a serial killer.
Well, we'll find out soon enough. You got to keep tabs on Allie. Last call on the other side is Talk Sports on Fan Run Radio.
Big Orange Country's home for sports. This is Fan Run Radio.
Barley's has live music on weekends, general team trivia on Wednesday nights at 8 p.m., and now live sports trivia courtesy of the Knoxville Trivia Guys every Thursday night upstairs. The game starts at 7 p.m. and is free to play for everyone, so head on down to the Old City and show off your sports knowledge and win gift cards to Barley's. Use those gift cards to buy some delicious food and drinks, and you can take it all in with their wide selection of TVs and indoor projectors. Barley's Tap Room and Pizzeria.
Hey Knoxville! Surfside iced tea and vodka, made with real brewed tea, is only 100 calories, 2 grams of sugar, with no bubbles and no troubles. That's right, zero carbonation, so it's easy to sip and enjoy. Headed to a game day or party at a friend's house? Bring an iced tea or lemonade variety pack from Surfside, or try their green tea and new raspberry tea vodka. Find the can with the sunset stripes this season. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sold at bars, restaurants, and stores near you. Surfside iced tea and vodka, sunshine in a can. Must be 21 or older. Enjoy responsibly.
Are you ready for the start of a new season? Maybe looking for your team to go on a tournament run? Get game day ready with Crumble. Head on over to your nearest location and pick up 12 pre-selected cookies plus exclusive toppers. When you're looking for dessert options, there's no question about who you should call on. Our listeners already know. Last year, the Dubai chocolate was a home run, along with the brownie batter. Oreo crumb was another crowd favorite. What new flavor will set the standard this season? If you're in the Knoxville area, there are 3 locations ready to serve you: Clinton Highway, Parkside Drive, and Maryville. Download the Crumble app to build your best lineup and vote on the best combos. You can even put your bid in to request a new flavor. Order in the app and slide on over to your nearest location. Tell them Fan Run sent you, and as always, it's for the fans, by the fans. Don't miss the cookies.
He didn't? No. I mean,
I didn't know if he did or not.
No. In my mind, maybe he did, but I can now vividly remember sitting watching my rodeo, reading my Garth Brooks book, and I think I've conflated the two.
There's a video going around of a humanoid robot chasing wild boars out of a neighborhood in Warsaw, Poland, and it is hilarious.
Is it real?
It is real. It's ABC News.
I could get on board with this. Like if we start using these robots to actually do some productive stuff. Hey, there's a group of wild dogs out here on your porch. Well, go run them off, robot.
That's what the robot's doing. He's running these wild boars out of a neighborhood. It's
I would have
hilarious.
liked to see what would happen if the boars just decided they were going to try to take the robot down.
They would probably just destroy it,
Yeah.
I guess.
Yeah.
It's so funny watching him run.
All right, Bubba, what do we miss so far today?
Rapid fire. We have Jada Civil to Ole Miss, so some tampering there. Bishop Boswell to Maryland.
There was some hope that Jada Civil would end up back at Tennessee, but that is not the case, I guess.
We've got the
Who? Wait, what did you just say?
Bishop Boswell to Maryland.
Okay. That's official?
They put out a graphic, and by they I mean on 3.
Okay. That to me means, do you take that to mean that Justin Gainey maybe didn't prioritize Bishop Boswell either? Because it looked like he was going to North Carolina State. They had a big visit. When it came time to, I wonder if that was a situation where when it came time to negotiate money and roll, Gainey kind of had a similar thought as Rick Barnes did when it came to investing into Bishop Boswell. Because he looked like a natural landing spot, but maybe Gainey was like, hey, all that stuff we told you at Tennessee is kind of how we felt about you here too, brother. You can come here and be a bench player or make X amount of dollars. Okay. What else, Bubba?
We have sad news here for Zoo Knoxville as Tex. The 160-year-old tortoise has passed away.
Gone too soon. How old was he? 100 and how old?
160.
160? Gone too soon.
We could all be hopeful to live to 160.
Also, my childhood crush, Katy Perry, under fire.
I thought you were going to say the turtle was your childhood crush.
Oh. Katy Perry was a disgusting individual back in the day to Ruby Rose.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw this on TMZ. They say that she touched her inappropriately or something.
Katy Perry touched herself inappropriately in front of.
Allegedly, yeah.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Pretty wild.
Who is Ruby Rose? I've heard that name, and I saw this story, but I didn't want to Google who Ruby Rose was. Is she like a
She's an actress. She's been in stuff. She's not notable to me.
What kind of actress?
She was in Batgirl, I think.
Was that your fear?
No,
because it sounds like she.
No, but like I was kind of combining her with Amber Rose in my head and Amber Heard.
Also, Rock and Roll Hall of Fame.
Well, with the alliteration, it kind of seems like it could be like a Bonnie Blue.
Orange is the New Black. I didn't really watch that. She's in 9 episodes of that. It doesn't seem like she's really been anything very good. Not that diminishes her claim or whatever.
And Rodney Terry to Vanderbilt.
Wasn't there a story from this weekend though that like Katy Perry confronted her in a club and like was going to beat her ass? Did I make that up? Katy Perry fights Ruby Rose. I thought I saw that this weekend. Under investigation. Nope. Okay, it was just over assault, but the sexual version. Disregard. Good job by you guys today. Proud of you. The Tony Basilio Show coming up next. Stay locked in on Fan Run Radio.